Welcome everyone to the third day of our International Conference on Research Innovations and Challenges, ICRIC 2025, created and powered by Center for Research and Training, National Foundation for Entrepreneurship Development, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. I would now like to welcome and introduce our distinguished conference co-convener, Professor Dr. V. Sunita. Professor Sunita earned her PhD from Department of Applied Geochemistry, Osmania University, Hyderabad. She received the Raman Postdoctoral Fellowship from UGC and has worked as postdoctoral fellow at Miami University in USA. She has contributed significant work on quality characterization of groundwater and risk assessment using geospatial and statistical tools in southern Andhra Pradesh. She is the recipient of Young Scientist Award from Department of Science and Technology, India. She has authored over 90 SCI journal articles, has completed 2 funded research projects by DST and UGC. She is also serving as a reviewer for several reputed national and international journals. She is a member of many international and national scientific bodies, namely the Indian Geological Congress, Geological Society of India, National Environmental Science Academy, NFED, International Association of Hydrological Sciences, UK, etc. In commemorating her laudable academic accomplishments, she has been awarded with Andhra Pradesh Scientist Award 2020, Best Teacher Award from Government of Andhra Pradesh, Best Women Researcher Award Nari Shakti in 2022, and also she has consecutively received Senior Educator and Scholar Award, Outstanding Women Educator and Scholar Award, and Distinguished Women Educator and Scholar Award for the years 2021, 22, and 23 respectively by National Foundation for Entrepreneurship Development. At present, she is working as Professor of Geology at Yogi Vemana University, Kadapa, Andhra Pradesh. I now invite our conference co-convener, Professor Sunita, to deliver the welcome note.
Thank you, ma'am, for your warm welcome and then for your nice introduction. Thank you, Professor Ganeshan, sir, for giving me an opportunity. A very good morning to you all. A warm welcome to you all to the 3-day International Conference on Research Innovations and Challenges, ICRIC 2025, created and powered by Center for Research and Training, CRT, a growth action unit under the renowned National Foundation for Entrepreneurship Development, NFED, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. So this conference highlights the holistic research innovations in accordance with the current trends and future challenges for bringing the societal-technological transformation and acts as a global platform for knowledge sharing of various research contributions towards the societal upliftment and global development. So this international conference, it encourage and promulgate the research acumen of young students, budding researchers, scholars, academicians, entrepreneurs, industrialists, and practitioners. On behalf of the Presidium of National Foundation for Entrepreneurship Development, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu, I heartily welcome our Honorable Conference Chair and Chief Patron, Karmavira Jyoti, Professor Dr. R. Ganeshan, Founder and Chairman of NFED, Conference Director, Mrs. Ramya Kandvel, Executive Chairman and Director of NFED. I express my warm welcome to our Honorable International and National Keynote Speakers of today, Ms. Teviga Rani Vemal, Co-Founder and Chief Operating Officer, LTT Global Communications, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Dr. S. Anusjia, Senior Lecturer in History, Department of Social Sciences, Faculty of Arts and Culture, Southeastern University of Sri Lanka, Uluvil, Sri Lanka. And Dr. Bhuvana Venkatraman, Professor, Department of Commerce, School of Studies of Commerce and Management, Guru Ghasidas Vishwavidyalaya, a Central University, Bilaspur, Chhattisgarh, India. Dr. R. Deepalakshmi, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Director, Data Processing Center, Tamil Nadu. Dr. Ambedkar Law University, Chennai, Tamil Nadu. And Dr. Yogesh, Senior Assistant Professor, Institute of Internal Medicine, Madras Medical College, and Rajiv Gandhi Government General Hospital, Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India. And also Ms. Padmaja Narasimhan, Founder and Director, Niyati Training and Content Solutions, NTCS Private Limited, Itmadu, Bengaluru, Karnataka, India. I also heartily welcome all the organizing secretaries, organizing committee members, distinguished senior chairs, paper presenters, and participants to this 3-day international conference on research innovations and challenges, ICRIC 2025. I once again cordially welcome you all to this international conference and for your great success in your academic and professional endeavors. Thank you all. Thank you, Ganeshan sir and the team for giving me the opportunity. Thank you, Ramya ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Professor
Thank you.
Sunita, for your warm welcome note. So before proceeding with the keynote sessions, I request all the keynote speakers available to kindly switch on your video so that I can take a group screenshot now. The keynote speakers, the organizing members, participants, whoever is available online, kindly switch on your video. And just give me a moment. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
I express my hearty welcome to our honorable keynote speaker, Dr. S. Anusia. Dr. Anusia possesses more than 25 years of experience in teaching and research. Her research interest includes history, anthropology, culture, ethnology, gender studies, women empowerment, social work, sustainable development, entrepreneurship, etc. She has published more than 40 research papers to her credit and is listed as author in Google Scholar. She has delivered more than 70 sessions, special lectures, and guest lectures across the globe in the field of history, gender inequalities, histography, minorities rehabilitation, women development, and culture. She has organized numerous workshops, seminars, and conferences for upbringing women, culture, and education. She has been keynote speaker and reviewer to many index journals and conferences in Sri Lanka and abroad. She is actively involved in preparation of syllabus for UG Honours Program in History for University of Peradeniya and University of Jaffna, Sri Lanka. In commemorating her laudable research and impeccable academics, she has been nominated by the Presidium of NFED and received the prestigious Lifetime Achievement Award in its 7th National Women's Day Awards in 2020. Apart from academic activities, she is also involved in community development activities at Southeastern University, Sri Lanka, including senior president of the Hindu Mahamandram, standing committee member, Senate member, subject coordinator for history, member of research and publication committee, etc. She is also associated with many professional bodies, academic associations, and NGOs. Currently, she serves as senior lecturer in senior lecturer of history in the Department of Social Sciences and the Faculty of Arts and Culture at Southeastern University of Sri Lanka. I now invite our distinguished speaker, Dr. S. Anusia, to deliver the keynote address. Welcome, ma'am.
Good morning to everybody. I am very much proud to be as one of the keynote speakers of this third international conference.
Kindly switch on your video, ma'am. Kindly switch on your video.
And I am very much glad.
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Opportunity that is given to me as a keynote speaker. This is a good opportunity for me as a as a research scholar and at the same time as a keynote speaker to this session. It is also is created and powered by a Center for Research and Training in association with the Technovite Education and Consulting Services by the organization.
Anusia ma'am, can you hear me?
Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu has been conducting a number of research conferences as well as the international conferences on different disciplines. See, I must thank Professor R. Ganeshan and Mrs. Ramya. They were the founder members of this international body. And Mrs. Ramya, she has been working together for the benefit of this international conferences and other associations. And this international conference help everybody who are involved in this research, as well as the social and different type of research work in the society. This will help for the research scholars as well as research lecturers who have been involved in the different type of research. So I must thank everybody to this organization who are involved in the conference organizing. This today's program is much more interested. It is a multidisciplinary issues in social sciences and research. This is the latest trend in doing the multidisciplinary research issue for the benefit of the research field. Actually, this multidisciplinary research is a research method when experts from different disciplines and or field works are carried out together for the research work. This is a common theme. The multidisciplinary is a common theme, and it is a research question or it is a hypothesis. Because of this multidisciplinary, the experts engaged in such research share the common goals. They look at the particular issue from their own disciplines and perspective. In such collaboration, it is achieved findings and discoveries are supplementary to each other. The advantage of multidisciplinary research is that it enables us to test and investigate the complex problems we face in the society. So this multidisciplinary research is a contemporary method in the world today, and it will help for the society and become more global, and boundaries between different disciplines are constantly getting blurred. A multidisciplinary approach helps address the complex hitch that cut across traditional disciplines. To deal with the most challenging issues, we need a comprehensive understanding, which is possible only through collaborating experts from different fields of knowledge, like physical scientists, social scientists, humanities scholars, and engineers. Such interdisciplinary bodies are urgent to unthread the complexity of challenges we are facing in this new world. Therefore, acknowledging the today's society for the great research responses to a major social challenges, it must be informed by an improved understanding of human perceptions, responses. Different think tanks or academic bodies encourage multidisciplinary thinking. Therefore, we want a multidisciplinary approach as an integral part of various programs, research groups, research centers, and institutions. They should carry out different approaches in multidisciplinary research. So, multidisciplinary research is also benefit research scholars and the lecturers who have been involved in the research work. It contributes to the project's overall success from their expertise. Therefore, it's a new experience and new knowledge from working together to take with them to their next project. So, the best outcome of such collaboration is found in health, social welfare fields. And it can be involved with the doctors, nurses, social workers, and physiotherapists. All they join together to serve as an individual and groups for the benefit of the research work. And it will provide and it will be a good result for the benefit of the society. Even the government and corporate firms can fund various multidisciplinary research to identify long-term problems in the economy, society, and governments. All this shows that multidisciplinary research and education are central to future competitiveness. Those candidates who really possess adaptability and versatility to follow different disciplines and develop a full range of skills, it can be desirable to employers who are involved in this multidisciplinary research. A degree with a portfolio of the various subjects will impress the employers in a very positive light and help you to stand out against other applicants. Therefore, each and every person who are involved in the multidisciplinary should have their expertise knowledge. It needs a coordinating effort to bring together the experts from several disciplines and multidisciplinary projects. So it helps us to resolve the most crucial and diverse global issues. Multidisciplinary research not only gives birth to new insights and interpretations of the subject, but also assists students in synthesizing their learning while reacting to raised issues by driving evidence from multidisciplinary work. Therefore, through this development of basic reasoning, they could investigate and react in an assortment ways, such as examining the overall reality of the subject, which also empowers them to get a handle on the reality better. So this multidisciplinary research meets most of the research scholars to come out with the real research. This will examine the overall reality of the subject, which also empowers them to get a handle on the reality of better. This will help them to work in a problem-oriented way, and at the same time, it will enable them to think across fields and interact in a very best manner. So this research is comprehensive enough to provide each researchers with the requisite scope and ability to critically analyze, interpret, and explain the various issues found in the social sciences. Therefore, multidisciplinary research will assist its readers in making cross-disciplinary connections between the ideas and concepts and observing various methodology used in different disciplines and connections between ideas and concepts and observing various methodology used in a different disciplines of the social sciences. In addition to throwing light on emerging international traits or new visions in social sciences research, our unique contribution to this work will enable everybody to come out with the real results. It will make even the most mind-boggling thoughts of justifiable. And it will list a lot of problems and other social-oriented issues. And independent research scholars can contribute different ideas and different objectives for the research. And most of the time, this will provide us the best results in the social science research. So many scholars, they join together and do the multidisciplinary research to keep their mind, and it will and for the facilitating quite minimal, but the management tries to help everybody to come out with the best results. Therefore, the multidisciplinary research is highly acceptable, and it is the latest trend in the global scenario of the research. So therefore, we really encourage the multidisciplinary research with the different research objectives, and this will help everyone who are involved in this research with the best results in the research work. Therefore, when we consider the multidisciplinary experiences of every healing effects that makes a person change their mind or change their attitude of the problems, this will help an important milestone to problem solving the issues. Therefore, the multidisciplinary research is highly acceptable in the global scenario. Therefore, the international trends also help. International trends are helping for the multidisciplinary issues to come out with the good results in the research. Therefore, I really advise, or I really consider the multidisciplinary issues should be considered in the social science research for the better research oriented results. So therefore, I really stand with the multidisciplinary issues and the social science research for the future development of the society. I must thank Professor Ganeshan and Mrs. Ramya Krishnan for giving me this great opportunity to be as one of the keynote speakers in this third international conference conducted by the NFED and joined with the other research and training center, technical education and consulting services of Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity, Professor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Anansi. Thank you so much. I now express my warm welcome to our honorable keynote speaker, Dr. R. Deepalakshmi. Dr. Deepalakshmi possesses more than 20 years of teaching experience and 8 years of research in the fields of data mining, algorithm analysis, geographical data mining, bioinformatics, image mining, and cybercrime. She has published numerous articles in national and international journals which are indexed in Scopus and has presented papers in numerous international conferences. She served as coordinator, keynote speaker, session chair for many conferences, seminars, and workshops. She has delivered special lectures and sessions on topics such as ICTs, ethics of publishing, effective tools in online teaching, IPR, data mining, cybersecurity, big data, research tools and techniques, plagiarism, etc. She is actively engaged in many extracurricular activities such as comparing, organizing college cultural events, coordinating Women's Day functions, and judging the intercollegiate events. In commemorating her remarkable achievements, she has been bestowed with Young Educator and Scholar Award and Senior Educator and Scholar Award by NFED in its 7th National Women's Day Awards 2020 and 9th National Women's Day Awards 2022, respectively. And she was also conferred with Distinguished Educator and Scholar Award, the 13th National Teachers' Day Awards 2022 by NFED. Recently, she has been bestowed with Karmavir Chakra Award by Indian Confederation of Non-Governmental Organizations under Social Justice and Citizen Action on 26th November 2024 at Uttar Pradesh. At present, she is the Assistant Professor of Department of Computer Science and Director of Data Processing Center at Tamil Nadu, Dr. Ambedkar Law University, Chennai, Tamil Nadu. I now invite our distinguished speaker, Dr. Deepalakshmi, to deliver the keynote address.
Very good morning, madam, for the warm invitation. I thank Professor Dr. Ganesan sir and Madam Ramya for conducting such a wonderful event in the era of academics. I think like 3 long days of this type of international conference will definitely boost not only the academics but also the research scholars and also the students who are entitled to pursue their research. I think this would be this had been a mind-blowing session for the past 3 days, and I congratulate both Professor Dr. Ganesan sir and Madam Ramya for their effortless things in this academic session, and that too in the online. Because it is online, it can be attended by each and everyone, whether you are inside this campus or whether you are inside that particular area. Even if I am Chennai, I can attend all the 3 sessions because it is in online. So thanks a lot, madam, for giving such a wonderful opportunity as a keynote speaker. So my topic, as I am given only 15 minutes of time, I thought like why can't, since I am assistant professor in Ambedkar Law, Dr. Ambedkar Law University, which is in Taramani, and I'm also entitled with Director Data Processing Center. So why not we can speak about the AI in the legal education field, right? So if I want to speak about AI, I can speak for 2 hours, not only me, any resource person can talk about 2 hours. But what is this artificial intelligence is playing a major role in the legal education. So that's what I think. So no one would have thought about it. And one more thing I want to add on to this is we have a course called BCA LLB. So this is, I think so in India, this is the first course, BCA LLB, where the computer science is integrated with law. So this computer science and integration with law is now, in the emergence of AI, is going to be a boost in the future forms of technology as well as in the legal education. So ladies and gentlemen, moving on to my topic. In my today's topic, just a small introduction about the AI, then we will see how the legal domain is fitted into this artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is a domain that finds a valid applicability in any given field. Any given field. Nowadays, there is no field without artificial intelligence. When we get up, when we wake up, till we lie down in the bed, everywhere, the artificial intelligence plays a major role. You know something, even when you're booking a cab, the AI regulates your fare only according to the artificial intelligence. So how far, that how many times, how frequently you are booking this cab, to which area are you frequently booking? Definitely your fare will be high than a person who is booking for the first time. So everywhere this AI is there. So in my keynote address, I need to just pinpoint how it plays a major role in the law field or legal field, right? So a field like law has always been challenging because at the same time demanding, because quite a large part of this process is usually the ancillary works, and only the rest requires actual involvement of human thoughts and intelligence. But until the introduction of internet and other resources, all these ancillary works definitely had taken a longer time. See, nowadays you can see even a thesis which is before the internet time, definitely it will take around 10 years to complete. But nowadays everyone is waiting for the time to complete, and in 3 years, it is not like that the intelligence is also there in the previous time, but we have a supporting tool in each and every point of time, right? That supporting tool is artificial intelligence, and how far we are using that tool in a most efficient manner, definitely that person is going to be shining in the greater world in the future endeavors. Okay, so as I told, the internet, because after the introduction of the internet, the ancillary works have taken a longer time, okay? But investing your valuable time is reduced by these sort of tools. And more than a decade, the introduction of internet, we find ourselves in the era of artificial intelligence. If internet is deemed to be a game changer, in legal field, artificial intelligence, I can say it is a game determiner. If intelligence is internet is a game changer, I can tell like artificial intelligence is going to be a game determiner. So through a mere command, I think AI is going to perform research, statutory analysis, document review, contract analysis, summary of contents, and happily generates same in a matter of seconds. Not only in law field, nowadays students, scholars, teachers, everyone are using ChatGPT. Yes, without ChatGPT, at least for us, see how far you're using, how effectively using, and how you are using that, what you're calling it as the code or the words or the prompt, whatever you call it, the prompt. Whoever is going to use the prompt effectively, definitely is going to be a leader in the future world, right? So because nowadays I want to say like, it's not like how far you perform better, though those who are well-versed in artificial intelligence is going to get a major role, or those who are using the tools better is going to get a job opportunity better? Definitely those who are going to use the tools, those who know how to use the tools in a better way is going to have a very good job opportunity in the future, right? Okay. So now let us know about the existing legal definition of artificial intelligence. The EU, you all know, European Union Commission defines AI, artificial intelligence, as a system that can, for a given set of human-defined objectives, makes prediction. I want to insist this word, prediction. AI can predict, but the human should conclude. The human should decide. The deciding authorities are human. Whoever has the best deciding authority with the predictions of AI, he is going to excel. Okay. Make predictions, recommendations, or decisions influencing real or virtual environment. A legal definition of artificial intelligence typically seeks to capture the essence of what makes artificial intelligence distinct from other forms of technology. This might include the ability to learn, adapt, the capacity to perform tasks typically requiring human intelligence. Sure, right? So by defining AI in the way, we can begin to create a legal framework that addresses its specific risk as well as opportunities. So in addition to whatever in defining the artificial intelligence, it is also important to classify the ways that reflects its different applications, right? Risk, level of autonomy, etc. So one common classification I can say distinguishes between narrow artificial intelligence and general artificial intelligence. What is that narrow artificial intelligence and general artificial intelligence? This is not only for legal field. In every field, you have to understand the difference between your narrow artificial intelligence and general artificial intelligence, right? Because narrow artificial intelligence, it involves only the specific task. Whatever task you are giving, it is going to complete it. Yes, I have completed the task. But general artificial intelligence, which is gaining now in the present current world, it replicates the human intelligence. No need for human intelligence. It is going to replicate. So as we have seen, we have AI judges, AI advocates, AI doctors. So these all comes under the general artificial intelligence, right? So the definition and clarification should be periodically reviewed and updated because they may be under terms and conditions by the law person to reflect the current state of artificial intelligence technology and its application. So now what I thought is how this AI and law is going to be used both in research scholars, for teachers and for the public in the legal firm, right? So in students' point of view, I can tell, imagine a situation by a law student, okay, not too far in the future. He sits down for study for an upcoming examination. But instead of opening a huge textbook or scrolling through the pages of notes, they engage in AI-powered platform. That's what's happening now, right? See, I am getting 200 pages of textbook is there. I have got my references book. I have around 20 reference book for my particular subject. For my one module, you can take it like this. Nowadays, the syllabus is framed like that. Or for one particular module, you have 20 reference book. I don't have time to read all the 20 reference book, but I want to analyze which book I should take to read myself, right? So for that, definitely AI has the capability of paraphrasing it and to extract what is there and give it within a seconds, within a page. So by that, I can able to identify, need not be author of that particular book. Within seconds, I know which book is better and which suits my opportunity and for my learning purpose. So this is what you call it as a personalized tutor. This facility is available in your artificial intelligence. This personalized tutor is for the legal firm students also, because it is one tutor. I can say like we are all the tutors, we work only from 10 to 5, but AI is a tutor which works 24/7, right? Okay. So one of the most promising aspects about artificial intelligence, I can say, in legal education, personalizing the learning paths. அதாவது எனக்கு என்ன வேணுமோ அதை மட்டும் தான் நான் செலக்ட் பண்ணுவேன். It's not necessary I need to know everything. Whatever is necessary for me, whatever suits my legal aspects, that's alone I need, right? So that's what we call it as a personalized legal path. So it can analyze a student's strength and weaknesses and adapt to the pace and providing customized content, what is needed for the student. The same way for the law student, what is needed for the particular law student. So how the legal education is being being delivered in a revolutionized manner. This takes care of the artificial intelligence, and AI-powered platform can now provide personalized learning experiences by adjusting to the pace and style of each and every individual student. Okay, so imagine artificial intelligence tutors that can guide students through complex legal principles. Which cannot be understood by a person who is reading the book throughout 1 month or 1 week. Okay, and it offers a real-time feedback on their writing. Whatever they are writing, it offers a real-time feedback, whether you can improvise it, whether you have to delete something, or whether you can go with it. Everything is taken care by the artificial intelligence. So this personalized adaptive learning experience ensures that each student can master the material at their own space, developing deeper understanding and retention. So this is one of the, like, we all should with open hands welcome all these tools when we are doing it in a lawful manner. Whatever the tool, whatever the thing, we are doing it in lawful manner, definitely the product or the end product is going to be masters, right? So, and moreover, I can tell, like, artificial intelligence can break down the barriers to access. With artificial intelligence driven online education platforms, legal knowledge is no longer confined to physical classrooms. See, a person in Gujarat University, a person in National Law School can take classes to the Tamil Nadu Dr. Ambedkar Law University and the vice versa, right? This all happens by the virtual way of learning, and whatever they are having, the softwares can also be used by the students by means of virtual platform. So that's what I'm saying. We are all facing the scenario of reality where artificial intelligence is transforming the landscape of legal education, and as we stand on the point of the revolution, it's need of the hour. We need to update ourselves. We should not be like, okay, I am telling in my profession, like, okay, I will be using only chalk and board method. I don't know anything. I think, see, we can say, like, whatever I do, this is the best. Everyone has that aspect, right? You do know that is not the best. I do, that is the best, right? So we think, like, even myself, I'm telling about even myself, I'm including myself in this. So I am using chalk and board method. That is the best method. The next step, I am using PPT. That is the best. Okay, that I am confined to that. No, we should not be like that. Not only in teaching profession, I'm telling, even in the law profession or any other profession, we have to update ourselves so that the students keep updating with ourselves. And not only the students, if you are in any other firm, or when you're working in any other legal firm, definitely if you're going to use the updated tools, you will have applause, and the customers, if you're an advocate, the customers will come to you by telling, but they will be knowing by your way of approach. Okay, this is good, this man is something doing different, and the output is also, it's very good, pretty well, and he's taking only 1 month to finish this case, but he's taking 1 year, but the outcome of this is best compared to this. These all because of the AI tools and how to use it more effectively than the others, right? Okay, so legal education, I can tell, the field has stepped into centuries of history and rigor, is now being reimagined in the context of artificial intelligence. Okay, because it has shaped more industries, economists, etc. And now it is also changing, or I can tell, reimagining, and it is molding your legal firm. Okay, so artificial intelligence in the legal profession, I think now you're thinking AI in law might not sound good in most adorable pairing at first, but bear with me, AI is actually a superhero assistant for lawyers. It's a superhero assistant for lawyers, helping them tackle the routine and facing them up to focus on what really matters, delivering justice in a human touch. Isn't just sound interesting? Okay, the superpower of efficiency. Why I tell, like, it is a superhero? Because this is definitely a superpower of efficiency. Because imagine sitting through mountains of legal documents. I am having left hand side this much of documents, right hand side this much of documents. I need to process all these documents, but looking for that one crucial piece of information, if I am using the artificial intelligence, tedious task can be done in seconds. Right? That sounds interesting. Why do we want to waste time when there is an assisting tool in next to us? Right? That's what I am just speaking about. Not only in law firms, I am speaking about law firms because I think no one else has thought about this in the law firm. And now the people are using it. So since I am bounded with computer science and law, I think this would be the better thing what I need to discuss as a keynote address. So AI powered tools can quickly scan, sort, analyze, helping lawyers find the relevant information faster than ever before. It is a super speedy research assistant who never get tired, right? Because if we see 100 of documents, okay, one day I can do only hundreds, analyzing hundreds of documents, the second day next 50, and the third day the next 50, and the fourth day next 50. But here I can complete the entire thing, even 500 or 1000, without getting tired by using this AI assisted tool. Yes, right. Okay. So I can say this artificial intelligence in legal firm is just a gift of a time, gift of this particular time. I can say it's a need of an hour. So the next benefit I can say, artificial intelligence is just not just about doing things faster. It's about giving lawyers the gift of time. How by automating the daily tasks like document review, legal research, etc. And it also allows lawyers to focus on the most strategic aspects of their work. What work they have to concentrate, whether that is maybe drafting a compelling argument, advising clients, or simply having more time to recharge. I'm sure you will all happily agree with me for getting extra time on your day, right? See, now everyone tells I don't for me 24 hours is not going to be enough to complete all my piles of work. Now you should not tell like that. Definitely, we are having a happy time to go out for a coffee or to spend with our family. By using this, that is nowadays hard work. Hard work should be there. Surely, 100% sure, hard work will yield you great success. But when hard work is compiled, is integrated with your smart work, you will be a leader. So this will be like the smart workers, you are using these kind of technology, any form, whether it's medicinal firm or you're the economist, you're a politician or anything, whatever you be. If you're going to use your assisted tool, definitely you're going to be a leader in future days. Believe me. Okay. And also it enhances creativity and innovation because it brings a sprinkle of creativity to the legal field by handling the repetitive task. Okay, that is what keeps us tired. I have to do the same work daily. No. Okay, but these are the tools which channels. If you tell like this is the work, I'm going to program it like that. If this is going to be the starting product, what will be the end product? This is going to be you do the repetitive task which you are not going to struggle with your mind, right? And one thing is what human needs is the critical thinking is absent in artificial intelligence. I used to tell to my students, see, no one can be in balance with human beings. Human beings are something different because as usually in Tamil we have a quote, aridu aridu manidarai pirapadu aridu. Definitely it's true because artificial intelligence is no par with human intelligence, but because the critical thinking is there in human intelligence, which is absent in artificial intelligence, you can use it as a tool, whatever tool. See, there was a calculator and someone told, okay, this is going to be the end of the mathematics because our calculator is there. Hereafter, there will be nothing for division, nothing for multiplication, nothing for subtraction. But now it has gone beyond, right? Because it's just a tool. Calculator is just a tool. It's no way going to deal with the human intelligence, right? And something to add on to the legal field, I can say the role of the lawyer is shifting from that of a mere provider of information to that of a strategist, a problem solver, a guide. He is going to become, that is the lawyer, he is becoming an analyst, a speaker by using this type of artificial intelligence technique because it is reducing the repetitive task, okay? By using your advanced AI tools, you can use that and you can shift through vast amounts of legal data by identifying relevant precedents and even predict the case outcomes. See, this prediction, this term
kindly excuse, ma'am.
Yes,
can you
ma'am.
please complete
2
within
more minutes.
2 more minutes? Okay, ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah, we need to keep
Thank
up
you.
with the time. Thank
I'll
you.
conclude now, ma'am. Yeah. So I can tell like this is going to predict. Prediction is one such thing which is there in artificial intelligence. So whatever, see, when a person comes with a case, we can predict it by artificial intelligence tool. The lawyer tells this is going to be the outcome. Without using his mind, he can say, but then he have to use his mind for etc. for evidence seeking and etc. But this is an important tool for prediction. So I can say there are some limitations. Okay, the tool may the limitations everything has a limitations. It is a highly creative tool. It often demands a practical and realistic approach. Okay, but the restricted access to crucial documents and references can limit the quality of artificial intelligence analysis. So you should give them, you feed them better, it gives them better. You give them more prompts, it will be giving you a very good analysis or very good thing. So to conclude, I can say the limitations of artificial intelligence in law doesn't diminish its significant contribution. As technology evolves, many of the challenges may improve over time. The fact that artificial intelligence can learn from the mistakes when pointed out offers hope for its continued refinement and integration. And it is definitely going to shape the future with artificial intelligence. So let us work together to shape the future where artificial intelligence contributes to a more just, equitable, and prosperous world. Through collaboration, transparency, and accountability, we can harness the potential of artificial intelligence to build a brighter future in the near society. So I can conclude with a quote like, AI is a mirror reflecting not only our intellectual but our values and fears. I once again thank Professor Ganesan and Madam Ramya for giving me such a wonderful opportunity in this virtual platform to address in this 3 days international conference. I thank you one and all. Thank you. All the very best.
Thank you, Dr. Deepalakshmi, for a very extensive session on artificial intelligence. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
I extend my hearty welcome and introduce our honorable keynote speaker, Dr. Bovana Venkatraman. Professor Bovana has over 15 years of experience in finance and marketing. Her leadership roles include serving as internal audit officer at the university, heading the Department of Commerce, and contributing to administration as the chief presiding officer for Students' Union Council elections. She has completed UGC-sponsored and ICSSR sponsored research projects and supervises research scholars. Beyond teaching and research, she is a member of multiple advisory boards and professional bodies. She has received the Senior Educator and Scholar Award in 2021 from NFED, Best Paper Awards in 20 and 21, and Sashak Nari Samman Award for her social contributions. She has presented papers over 40 national and international conferences and has published over 43 research papers in various journals on topics such as aviation, banking, and e-commerce. At present, she serves as professor at the Department of Commerce, School of Studies of Commerce and Management at Guru Ghasidas Vishwavidyalaya, a central university at Bilaspur, Chhattisgarh. I now invite our distinguished speaker, Dr. Bovana Venkatraman, to deliver the keynote address.
Thank you very much for the wonderful introduction, Madam Ramya. I hope all well with you and sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So let me start. The Chief Patron and Conference Chair, Professor Dr. R. Ganesan, Conference Director, Madam Ramya, Conference Convener, Dr. Farida Virani, Co-Conveners, Organizing Secretaries, Organizing Committee Members, other distinguished keynote speakers, guest speakers for this conference, dear participants, a very warm good morning to all of you. It's really a matter of proud privilege for me to be present before all of you today as the national keynote speaker at this distinguished conference on research, innovations, and challenges. Thank you, organizers, especially Professor R. Ganesan, the founder and chairman of NFED, for giving me this wonderful opportunity to share my thoughts on such a wonderful virtual platform. The organizers have selected innovative research contributions towards integrated knowledge emancipation. This is the topic for this 3 days international conference. I wholeheartedly appreciate the NFED for selecting such a remarkable topic. Let me begin with a thought-provoking quote by the great philosopher Socrates: "The unexamined life is not worth living." This simple but yet powerful idea highlights the importance of questioning, reflecting, and seeking knowledge. Let me tell you a story about Socrates. One day, he encountered a young man burdened by uncertainty about his future. Instead of giving a direct advice, which we normally do in our professional lives and in our families itself, Socrates asked him a series of questions. Those questions helped the young man uncover his own answers and gain clarity. This story resonates deeply with today's theme, that is, innovative research contributions towards integrated knowledge emancipation. It reminds us that knowledge truly empowers us when it enables self-discovery and inspires a meaningful action. Knowledge is something that makes a man unfit to be a slave. The more we share, it gets squared up. Research, as we all know, is the backbone for progress. It has shaped our world in countless ways, be it in the field of medicine and curing diseases, advancing technologies. Just now we were hearing about from Dr. Deepa Lakshmi. She was talking about AI in the legal system, and creating a fintech model, or addressing pressing global issues like climatic changes and inequalities and whatnots. Think about the recent COVID pandemic only. The global research community came together to develop vaccines in record time. This wasn't just a success of science, but a testament to what we can achieve through collaboration. This is what I'm trying to emphasize today in my talk. Today's theme also emphasizes the word emancipation. Knowledge becomes transformative when it empowers individuals and communities to thrive into the ever-changing world. Innovation in research is the driving force behind knowledge emancipation, which involves encouraging cross-sector research to tackle global challenges. Climate change, as I told you, health issues, artificial intelligence, we have been hearing since half an hour now, creating a participatory working research models by engaging communities in the process of research. This type of approach will actually give a very impactful study, and the result will be outstanding in my opinion. Taking the help of AI and big data to analyze complex data and provide better solutions through research would be a wonderful idea to bring changes. Now, let us talk about a policy that has redefined India's education system. That is the National Education Policy 2020. We call it NEP 2020. Let us see how it promotes knowledge emancipation, which is the title of today's conference. The NEP 2020, it is playing a very significant role in knowledge emancipation by encouraging multidisciplinary learning and allowing students to explore diverse fields, promoting inquiry based. These days, you can find in our own universities, I can tell you, students of I belong to the commerce department, wherein students study only one core paper from my department and they study the various other subjects of their choice. So this they are given a chance to explore in diverse fields and promoting inquiry based analytical learning. The best part of NEP is making knowledge accessible in regional languages to remove language barriers. Recently, I have translated a couple of my own books, authored books, and it has been translated into my regional language, that is Tamil. So, and encouraging conceptual understanding, offering multiple entry and exit points in higher education. The NEP is designed to transform our education system into one that is flexible, inclusive, and future focused. The NEP actually, it is, we can say the major features that can be highlighted here is the breaking down of the rigid boundaries that we used to be having when it comes to research and when it comes to knowledge and knowledge seeking and other things, especially in education field. Then establishing a national research foundation to foster a culture of inquiry and creativity. Next is the ensuring equal access to quality education for all, particularly marginalized communities. These reforms further strengthened by initiatives like the Pradhan Mantri Research Fellowship and Digital India, which aim to democratize education and foster innovation. Together, these efforts pave the way for a brighter and empowered future. Let us not forget, research does not happen in isolation. It is not at all possible. Without any collaboration, I as a researcher, I would always say without collaboration, research cannot be possible and it cannot be done in isolation. you cannot claim that I did this thing by myself. It is not practically possible. So taking, for example, I can give you renewable energy, which is my topic of research. Across the world, the scientists, the government, the industries, they have worked together to develop solar panels, wind turbines, energy systems, storage systems, etc. This collective effort has accelerated the shift to a cleaner energy solutions, helping us address climate change. This was all possible because of the collaborative effort. Collaboration also plays a very key important role in healthcare, as I told you, agriculture, education, and whatnots. The Human Genome Project, which all of us know, it brought together researchers from all over the world that has brought so many breakthroughs in the field of medicine. By working together, we can pool our resources, our knowledge, we can share our ideas, we can tackle and handle so many challenges that no single individual is capable of doing. We can collectively do as an organization, we can address, but it is not possible alone. Technology, let me talk about technology now. Technology is transforming the way we conduct research and learn. So as Madam Deepa was talking about AI, had today we type some message in our WhatsApp. What do you think? When I start writing G, it gives me so many options, whether get, good, whatnots. So the AI starts reading what is in your mind. So with what best we can take from this, that we have to explore that in research. Think about how artificial intelligence, as she was talking today, see in education, AI powered platforms have come. They have it gives personalized learning experiences, making them more engaging and effective. Today classrooms have become boring for the students. For students of today's generation, they have everything in their mobile, and they love to learn things through their mobile, through this AI only. You ask a single student to write an application. We belong to such a generation wherein we used to write applications. We take a page, A4 size page, we fold it for a margin, then we start writing the application. We used to be struggling for the proper vocabulary, and whatever request that we have to keep in our application. This was our generation. But today, you see, as a head, if I tell some student to bring it in the form of writing, you go get me an application, he goes in just 1 minute and comes back, and he gives me the entire application is made by ChatGPT. It takes not even a minute, it takes seconds to get an application with some key words and key components inserted in ChatGPT, and the student is bringing. We should not say it is wrong, but how it should be used, that we have to educate them. And that is, I completely agree with what Madam Deepa was talking about regarding AI in education. And in agriculture also, I can tell you, smart tools, they help farmers optimize resources like water and fertilizers, increasing yields while reducing environmental impact. This, as I belong to the central India here, and the state where I am belonging to is very rich in agriculture. So these AI now, if the AI is incorporated in this sector, definitely there can be wonders that can be created in these unexplored sectors also. Talking about healthcare, AI algorithms, they analyze the medical data to detect diseases, improving the patient outcomes. However, with these advancements comes a responsibility. As researchers and innovators, we must ensure that the tools that we are using should be ethical, and we should be using it as an inclusive material, and we should always think towards sustainability of using such tools. It is not that simply blindly copying from ChatGPT and just delivering. That is what there are so many today. We explore the MCOM dissertations also. we find the students just take 1 minute to identify the topic for research, and they immediately, they are within within a day or two, they are able to submit us a project of 30-40 pages or even 60 pages. If you say that is the limit, they are ready to bring it to us with the help of ChatGPT. Without applying their brain, they are doing all these things. But it should be ethical. Whatever you are doing should be ethical, and above all, we should focus on sustainability of whatever intelligence or whatever tools that we are, technology that we are using, should we should go in that direction also. As I was talking about research, the path is not very smooth. It is not a cakewalk in research. Research is not without hurdles. So to complete a research in 3 years or 4 years is not a cakewalk for everybody. So there are so many challenges, and the challenges, most of these challenges, what I observe, because we are in Central University, we find we get students from all over the country. So the certain challenges as a mentor and guide, whatever I have been observing, there are many brilliant ideas. Just because they have some financial constraints, they are not in a position to bring it to the light of the day. They have unequal access to education and technology. They prevent these things, they prevent widespread knowledge dissemination. Not all researchers have the access to internet, using the tools and the data that they require for their research. It is not available for all. Restrictive academic publishing models, they limit the access to research. How many universities today have actually access to all the journals that is available online? There are only the free access journals are given to the students, and so many universities, I suppose, are not in a position, because it may be for any reason, maybe financial itself, they are not having, the students, the researchers are not having access to such published journal access. Now, new ideas often face skepticism and pushback. This is also there in market these days. Then, above all, the rapid spread of false information in digital spaces, they also undermine the authenticity of knowledge sharing. But challenges should be taken as opportunities, and they push us to think, creativity, and innovate. Every obstacle we overcome, it will be the stepping stone for our further development and progress, and to achieve what we actually want. One of the most important aspect of research is what is sharing what we learn. Just to I'll not take much time. Actually, in practice, what I have been doing, whatever conferences and seminars students are attending, I used to create a session for them. It is the student for them, by them, to them. That is what the concept was. Knowledge sharing program. You attend 10 conferences, you share the knowledge what you obtained from those conferences and seminars or workshop, or whatever tools you learned, you just share it among your peer group. That used to be one of the activity I used to keep in my department for the PhD scholars. The scholars used to share that way. So knowledge is not just seeking, it has to be shared also. That is why you have to, whatever learning you got, you have to share that. I feel that is very, very important. So unfortunately, barriers like high journal fees, limited access to resources, as I was telling, these things, they restrict the flow of knowledge from one end to the other end. As a research community, we must break these barriers. Open access journals, free online courses, and community outreach programs can enhance knowledge more accessible. After all, knowledge locked away in books or labs does not serve anyone. Even if you acquire knowledge and keep it in your brain, and if you're not speaking out to anybody what you learned and what new you have in your idea, if you're not sharing, it has no value, in my opinion. It's only when we share it, we can spark more ideas, empower communities, and drive meaningful change in the society. So we should strengthen collaborations. We should encourage new and young researchers to conduct grassroots researches. We should also focus on the development of advanced digital tools that provides equitable access to knowledge. These should be the essence of the integrated knowledge emancipation. Whether you are a student, whoever are our participants today, whether you are a student, a researcher, or a faculty member, all of us should remember one thing, that always ask questions, seek answers. Curiosity is the foundation for innovation. Don't hesitate to challenge old ideas and embrace new ones. Today, if we still keep talking to our students that you do the mean median mode, that the measures of central tendency, they are not going to listen to you unless and until you are equipped and updated to SPSS and whatnots that is coming in the new new tools that has come for analyzing big data. So contributing to the greater good, you have to share your knowledge, you have to work as a team with others. Ensure your work benefits humanity and the globe. As scholars and educators, I think it is our utmost responsibility to ensure that the research we do is not only groundbreaking, but also accessible, ethical, and transformative. Let's work together to create a world where knowledge is a right and not a privilege. A world where innovation improves lives for a better sustainable future for all. Thank you for this incredible opportunity to share my thoughts, and thank you everyone for the patient hearing. I wish all the participants a very great learning, a wonderful, interactive, productive, and inspiring conference ahead. Thank you all. Thanks for the wonderful opportunity.
Thank
Thank you, Professor
you.
Bona. And I wish you to stay for 3 minutes, at least 2 minutes, to take the photograph of all the speakers. Then you may leave. I
Okay,
know
okay,
that.
sir. Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
Professor Bona.
Ji,
And
ji, ji.
please give me a moment.
Yeah.
And I request the speakers to kindly switch on your video. All the speakers available. Yes. Dr. Deepalakshmi, are you available? Please give me a moment. Let me take a screenshot. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Professor Bona. You can leave now. I know that you are very busy.
Thank you so much, sir. I have to license 2-3 guests from Mumbai University. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah.
I now express my warm welcome to Honorable Keynote Speaker, Ms. Devika Rani Vimal. Ms. Rani Vimal is an accomplished entrepreneur and visionary leader. She was chosen as one of the 100 women founders for the prestigious AWS Women Founders Program in 2023. Ms. Rani has received numerous accolades, including the Entrepreneurial Excellence Award from NFED for her pioneering work in the field of global mobile learning. She was recognized as Asia's inspirational female business leader and global women leader in 2024. This recognition reflects her profound empathy and unwavering commitment to driving positive change through EdTech, with a focus on impactful projects benefiting women, youth, individuals with special needs, and refugees both locally and globally. Driven by the belief that education should be accessible and affordable for everyone, she curated digital learning solutions recognized by global bodies like the United Nations, OECD, and ITU's Partner to Connect program. Today, the platform empowers individuals across global, aligning with 7 of the UN's Sustainable Development Goals. She is the co-founder and chief operating officer of LTT Global Communications, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. I now invite our distinguished speaker, Ms. Devika Rani Vimal, to deliver the keynote address.
Good morning, Mrs. Ramya. Thank you so much for your good introduction. I'm very honored. Good morning, Professor Dr.
Ganesan for the opportunity to present at your conference. It's always a great pleasure to be here. So today I'd like to share about how bridging innovation and knowledge in the area of empowering knowledge, innovative approaches in empowering knowledge and driving transformation. I'm sorry, my voice is a little distant because I have fever, but I'm so happy to be here, right? So the power of connection. When we talk about the power of connection, it's a very powerful tool, because when you have innovation, like, building a self-driving car, knowledge is actually understanding, putting gas into whatever that you do. So to empower it, right? So for transformation to work in this real world, combining real world impact is very, very important. Okay. The other thing I also like to ask you today is how can we bridge this gap between innovation and knowledge? You can see my screen, right?
Yes, ma'am, we can see.
Okay,
Continue,
great.
please.
Yeah. So before I actually go in, I want to ask you, are we all actually drowning in information but starving for knowledge? In the world today, we are all actually drowning in information, right? But very little knowledge, because it's too much out there. And unless we do the proper collaboration, that is when we can actually have wisdom. And wisdom is knowledge, right? And you can put it to good use. So let me go on to my next slide. So gamification is another area where we can actually make learning fun, engaging, motivating, and effective. How we do this is when we actually use what is already innovated and put it into practice. When we put it into practice, learning actually will become addictive and people will get engaged. And it's not just learning for children or in universities, but even in organizations like companies, when they do training, and if they just have the normal kind of training, like how we always go and listen to speakers and come back, it's not going to be effective or impactful. It's just that they have attended training. But if they had actually used gamification or, things that use VR or AR, people will remember. And when they remember, that knowledge actually will become wisdom, and they'll be able to practice it in their department and even make work life more interesting. Work will become more innovative as well. So all these kind of things actually help in motivating the staff or the student, and in return become effective and impactful. Okay. So when innovation and knowledge comes together, actually magic, real, tangible, world-changing magic happens. Yeah. Like when Tesla invented the car, right? Here. When he invented the car, he combined cutting-edge innovation with deep knowledge of energy systems, software, and even human psychology, right? But they just aren't vehicles. They are rolling computers that learn and adapt. Okay? And most importantly, he made his patents open source. Why did he do that? He did that because that will actually help other people and empower other people with the knowledge, where they can take this, whatever that he has already done, and make another innovation and give the human population something else better. Yeah. So that is how you can actually make things work. And AI-powered knowledge sharing is where you have few areas. The first is actually about artificial intelligence. It's so huge now. There's like thousands of AI, if you go to the internet, for every different kind of purpose. Whatever you want, there's a specialized AI for it. And they have even moved on to get AI agents where you can create your own AI to do the task that you want. So AI has been very, very helpful in helping people save time, money, and effort. It also helps you to come up with solutions in an easy way, but you must always understand AI is artificial intelligence. So as much as it gives you everything, it is the first part of the AI, the artificial component, which has actually got all your thoughts, because you have to put some input before you got output from AI, right? And when you get the output, that output again, you have to use your intelligence to make it more effective. Because when AI processes the knowledge that you shared and gave you back what you want, now the AI doesn't have the kind of experience or emotions that you have. You have to use your emotion and your experience to make what AI gave you into a more powerful piece of knowledge, and then you work on that. You don't actually straight away work on what AI has given you. Do you all agree? Okay. My next is about medical breakthroughs, where AI has helped so much, right? Medical science has actually gone in a huge, huge way, but also now it's able to aid doctors in more accurate disease diagnosis, which is also very important. People don't have to suffer too long because now the treatment gets shorter, treatment gets better because of all the different advancement. And of course, on continuous learning, what we can say is we have so many different, like in ChatGPT version itself, right? You have got Microsoft Copilot, you have got Deep AI, you have got Poe, and also now the most recent one that's making headlines is DeepSeek, right? So when you want to do any research, you can actually put into these different AIs, right? And get what you want, the best from each to create what you want, all right? About collaborative innovation, what I can say is a very good example is actually Wikipedia. It's not just a website, it's a global collaboration of knowledge. Millions of people contribute to it and millions more benefit from it. What if we applied this collaborative approach to innovations and organizations? Imagine creating a knowledge common where everyone can share ideas, insights, best practices, because this way we are actually crowdsourcing brilliance. And when we have the knowledge of brilliant people there, I'm sure we ourselves will be able to, collaborate and become innovators in a much greater way. Do you all agree? Okay, when we talk about real impact in today's world, the earliest one we can actually refer to is M-Pesa. M-Pesa actually is a mobile money service started in Kenya many years ago. They actually combined innovative mobile technology with deep knowledge of local needs, understanding the problem of a situation that we want to help to resolve is very important, right? And they knew that people had no access to banks, and some of them cannot open bank account because maybe they don't have the documents, right? So when they did this mobile app, M-Pesa, they actually empowered people, millions of people who previously had no bank account to actually start to transact using the mobile app. So, you know, they gave them a new way of actually transacting and also enriching their lifestyle in a better way and more safe. Their money is also more safe, right? So the future is ours to build. We have to innovate, right? Innovation and knowledge are two sides of the coin, because when we bring them together, we can create something truly extraordinary, truly empowering. So whether it's on gamification or AI or collaboration, the tools that we have to empower knowledge always drives transformation. And we have to drive transformation because in today's digital world, if we don't do transformation, we all will be left behind, right? So the need for innovation in knowledge is actually, as much as there's overload of information, we have to find the right tools to do the proper learning to advance ourselves. There shouldn't be any skill gaps. Whatever that we know, there's always a course out there where you can actually learn and help to, you know, become skillful. No one should say that, you know, I have no money or no time, because with today's access to knowledge, money and time is no longer an excuse that can be accepted, right? And every time there's outdated things, you must make an effort to actually move forward to upskill yourself, reskill yourself, multi-skill yourself. Yeah, of course, learn new skills at the same time. So how can we bridge the gap with technology? There is always the AI where you can learn from, but more so, it's also good to go and get courses where you already can target what you want in a particular modular way. You can also go on to having experiential learning if the particular organization has access to immersive VR and AR, in where knowledge will also become very powerful. And of course, micro-learning. Micro-learning is actually very good for everybody because every day is a learning experience, right? And we must learn something. Imagine if you just learn one thing today and every day you just learn one thing. At the end of the year, you have 365 different knowledges in that year, instead of just letting the year go by, right? Okay, one of the reasons Tesla's organization is very, very successful is because they encourage AR and VR for quick technology adaptation. They use this for their skill training. And their skill-based training is always on real-world skills, not just degrees. They don't focus that you have to have a degree for you to join them, as long as you have skills. So today, there's also a change in the way they have employment, right? Even in Malaysia, it's happening. In US, it's already happening, where degrees are good, but they want skills. Skills is the one that will get you rather than the degree. But degree will help you to get through the door. Yeah. And of course, continuous learning. They encourage everyone in Tesla to do continuous learning because ongoing training helps you to stay ahead. Besides industry disruptions, you will still be ahead. All right. Now, empowerment through innovation. Like I have shared earlier, this is just a summary here. It's all about you going out there. You have access on the phone. You have access to computers. You have access to human beings, right? All people are also your source of knowledge. Yeah. The only thing is we must do less talking and listen more. Sometimes when somebody talks and we talk, then there is no sharing of knowledge. Okay. Google also has Grow with Google, where they have free digital skills training that you can go and you can pick up. Skill-based focus, because they also look at practical skills rather than formal degrees, right? but they are all both important. And of course, job readiness, because transforming employment opportunities for thousands of people, they have done it through their digital skills training, because it's not necessary for you to work in Google, but they have platforms available for everybody where you can go and pick up these digital skills, right? So in closing, we must embrace change. We must not go outdated. We must not use outdated learning models, right? We have to keep in front of trend. We must be champion innovation, right? Advocate for knowledge sharing advancement. Maybe you yourself can have a center of brilliance in your organization, in your university, and be the start, yeah? And of course, bridge your gaps and empower minds together. The future starts now. It's not something we wait for. It's always something that we create, right? And let's bridge the gap, empower minds, and drive transformation together. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thank you, Ms. Rani Vimal. Thank you for a very interesting and insightful presentation. Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity, Mrs. Ramya and Dr. Ganesan.
Thank you.
Thank you. I now express my hearty welcome to our honorable keynote speaker, Dr. S. Yogesh. Dr. Yogesh has earned his MBBS from PSG Institute of Medical Sciences, Coimbatore, and MD in General Medicine from Government Stanley Medical College, Chennai. Additionally, he has completed fellowship in intensive care medicine and critical care infectious diseases by ISCCM. He has participated in various national and international conferences and has articles published in refereed journals. He has won the Best Paper Award at HPET Con 2024 International Conference held at Puducherry and a gold medal at Epicon 2024 in New Delhi for oral presentation, to name a few. He has served as jury for the second Cardiometabolic Congress organized at Chennai in 2023 and oral paper and poster presentation for the Rotary Club of Indian Medicos in 23. His social activities include online classes for undergraduate medical students in collaboration with Medusane, skill trainer and member of MEU at Nodal Center of MMC, blood donation drive, etc. His awards and honors include Best Doctors Award at MMC in 21, Distinguished Teacher Award by ASAN in 22, Young Educator and Practitioner Award in the 15th National Teachers Day Awards 2024 by NFED. Currently, he serves as Assistant Professor at the Institute of Internal Medicine at Madras Medical College and Rajiv Gandhi Government General Hospital, Chennai, Tamil Nadu. I now invite our distinguished speaker, Dr. S. Yogesh, to deliver the keynote address.
Thank you for the wonderful opportunity, madam. Thank you, Professor Ganesan, sir, for this opportunity. So without much delay, I'll just start my presentation. So I'd like to share my screen.
There are 22 slides, Mr. Yogesh.
I'll finish by 12 minutes.
I'll just 12 minutes because I'm shocked to see that. Oh, that's why. Okay, go ahead.
Just 12 minutes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. So warm welcome to everybody. I'll just start with my topic. Today is transforming healthcare through research. That is innovation and real world impact. So my agenda will be introduction and the evolution of medical innovations. I'll just share the top 10 medical innovations, the future telehealth, and final tips with examples and takeaways. So just 2025 has begun and the healthcare is on the verge of technological revolutions, namely AI, where our previous speakers have spoken very much elaborately. Second is our quantum computing, and third is IoT, Internet of Things. The last is our RWD, which is real world data. So why this topic has been chosen is, whether it's a genomic imprinting or any other patient-reported outcomes or any device data streams, we are going to do with research only. So next is just a medical innovation from the past till the future. So here we can see our Edward Jenner to GAVI. GAVI is the newest thing what we are going to see in our 2000s. So 20% of death in Europe were due to the smallpox infections in 19th century. And the last case is underreported, and 2.5 million deaths every year after that. And we can see now there is no smallpox at all in our country. So this came only because of our vaccines innovation. The second will be the medical devices which were invented in 1844 by our hypodermic syringes. And now in 1910, the pharmaceutical companies have taken up with aspirin, which is the newest drug. And there are few medical devices which you can follow this timeline. So all these are innovations in our medical field pertaining to the drug delivery system or the devices, whatever it is. So all these came into existence only because of our research. And now coming to this one, the quantum computing. So you can just see the quantum computing is transforming the landscape of the drug discovery. So why this was invented is mainly in our oncology, that is cancer patients. We can see this quantum computing, that is just a personalized medicine drug discovery system, which is specific for the patient with targeted therapies that improve the efficacy and reduce the side effects. So this is on the newer research platform. So the simple example I have given is helping the pharmaceutical companies to make new models for protein structures. And they are going to predict the molecular behaviors, thereby reducing the drug development timelines from years to months. So this is the latest thing what we need to understand with regards to our drug molecular therapies. The second comes our AI. So what is AI in our medical fraternity? So this is the forefront of harnessing the real world data. So this can be collected by the electronic health record systems, and many of us will be wearing the wearable devices such as Apple smart watches, where it can interpret our ECG and our pulses with the oxygen level. So I think every home will have this wearable delivery systems. So this is AI driven analytical transforming raw data into the machine learning algorithms. The second thing we need to understand here is the real world data of disease progression. So for simple example, take it as our oncology, that is the cancer patients. So we need to follow up the patient for lifelong, and they have to be with us treatment forever. So how to reduce the real-time patients coming to hospitals and spending their valuable time? That is just by all these machine learning algorithms, which is going to be generated by the AI system. So AI optimizes the clinical trial design by predicting the patient recruitment challenges they face, reducing their cost and accelerating the approval of new therapies. So this is what our AI is going to help us in all aspects for patient delivery systems. So this you can see now everything is VR now. So virtual imaging, virtual real-time scenarios. So where we can train our undergraduates and postgraduates in managing the patient with their own histories and examination through this VR. So now we are in this era of AI and VR. The next is our Internet of Things. So what is that IoT? This is just creating a connected care ecosystem. So in our hospitals, what does this IoT help us? One is enhancing operational efficiency through the connected medical equipment. The second is it reduces the downtime and optimizing the resource allocations. So for simple example is aged people, that is our geriatric population, they also visit the hospital, especially for the aging population. IoT based remote monitoring system has been introduced very recently in our hospital itself, we have this independent living patients where they are not able to come to the hospital for frequent health visits. So we are creating a more patient-centered approach because of this IoT connected care ecosystems. So from wearable fitness trackers to advanced medical implants, this IoT is empowering patients as well as the clinicians in the same line. So what will be the challenges in this digital era, that is digital health adoptions? So we can see first thing is our data privacy. So the regulatory frameworks has to be ethical, and they have to ensure our data which is very safe, and because we are using the IoT platform. So everything is available online and all our data should be secured in a private privacy. The second will be the digital divide remains significant barrier. So ensuring equitable access. So accessing everything in an equitable manner with technologies is critical. So that is the second thing I want to highlight. And the third thing is collaboration. So even our conference, what is happening in the last 3 days is a collaborative way. So collaboration between the policy makers, the healthcare providers, and the technology leaders will be very, very essential in overcoming these hurdles. So these are all few challenges which we need to address when we are using the digital health adoption in medical field. And the last will be our telehealth technology. So mainly the COVID-19 pandemic, many providers pivoted to offering appointments through telemedicine. That is where the telemedicine came. And many payers also adapted these changes by offering equitable reimbursement for telemedicine. So patients, especially who live in remote locations and who are unable to come, or people who are very, very busy with their traditional business hours, they appreciate this connecting with the clinicians, where this telehealth technology has helped with the video software and on a computer based, or it could be just a mobile app on their phones. So this is where the research in the telehealth technology has enhanced the patient as well as the clinicians. So how we are going to apply this healthcare technologies through our research? So clinical research is going to happen in all our hospital settings with life science organizations with technology-based transformation. So with this decentralized trials, we are going to collect data in a very, very useful manner, more efficient manner, and convenient manner for the people who participate. So this is where the healthcare technology is going to help the clinicians working in medical field. The second will be the disease diagnosis and treatment. Now AI has come. It is going to overtake. But in our point of view, I would like to convey this message as AI in medical field, they cannot replace the human doctors. Second will be medical imaging, like your CT or your MRIs. All those things can be converted into AI-based models where they can interpret all the imagings within few seconds and give us the report the next minute itself. And then last is our healthcare operation systems, which is going to be in our future days. So these are all few examples what I would like to tell in our medical innovations field. The next generation mRNA vaccinology. So we have introduced COVID-19 vaccines. Almost everybody would have taken this vaccine in past 2 years. The second will be the prostate cancer, which is the upcoming field. So we have this PSMA targeted therapy only for the prostate cancer. Majority of the people in our home will be like 70 or 80 plus. At least one of our family members will be in the geriatric population. So we are inventing the new treatment for the reduction of low density lipoproteins, which is called as the bad cholesterol. The fourth will be the novel drug for the treatment of type 2 diabetes. So there are a hell lot of drugs that has come for this silent killer, which is our type 2 diabetes. Next comes our breakthrough treatment for postpartum depression. So after this delivery of the child, so some females, they go for this postpartum depression. So now we are in the era of developing all these treatment for postpartum depression. Then comes our cardiomyopathy. Then comes our AI for early detection of infection and sepsis. So now we are in this era of using AI for sepsis or infections pertaining to patients. And the last is our friend of diabetes, which is the hypertension. So predictive analysis and hypertension. So all these 10 topics are the emerging topics in medical innovation in our future. So future of health will be like AI, real world patient engagement in healthcare. The third will be increased security for digital and health data, as I explained in our challenges faced. And the last will be improving telehealth services. So these are all few examples what I just showed in my agenda. So robotic nurse assistant. So you can see the robotic nurse which is assisting our patient. So this has been recently invented by RIBA and HAL. The second will be anti-aging drugs. So even 50 or 60 years, no, we want to maintain our beauty through our face. So the dream or the nightmare, depending on how it takes, is living for almost 120 years old with our glowing faces. So all these are in trials, and many patients with this Alzheimer's disease or Parkinson's disease, they are consigned to distant memory loss. So we are in the era of developing all these new anti-aging drugs, and especially when any one of our family members have got this stroke, they will be bedridden for years together. So there are new devices coming as electronic devices underwear to prevent bed sores. So all these are upcoming field in pertaining to our medical technologies. And last is our virus killing lamps. So this is just going to come in few years, where we are going to use all these lamps in our household rooms to kill these viruses. So coming to the last summary. So in the last 75 years of medical innovation, we are in the era where we develop and upgrade our new devices, new vaccines, new drugs in name of research. And then we are going to publish in a good journal where it gets reputed all over the world. So now we are in the 21st century. So this is the era of innovation for innovations, and the best is yet to come, miles to go. So I would like to complete my keynote thing with this. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Dr. Yogesh. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank
That
you.
was
It
a
was
very
a
interesting presentation.
thoughtful presentation, I suppose I
Yeah.
can say, right?
Yeah, thank you, sir. I think I maintained my timeline.
Yeah. Somehow we
So
maintained.
double
Somehow.
thanks. It was really good. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
I now have immense pleasure in welcoming our honorable keynote speaker, Ms. Padmaja Narasimhan, and introduced to this gathering. Ms. Padmaja is the Director of Niyati Training and Content Solutions, Bangalore, Karnataka. She is an experienced speaker in the fields of academia and digital marketing. With over 20 years of experience, Ms. Padmaja has addressed a wide range of audiences, including college students, homemakers, and corporate professionals on key topics related to business excellence and other academic topics. Her expertise in training, academic development, and digital marketing has made her a sought-after speaker, known for her ability to engage and inspire diverse groups. Ms. Padmaja's insightful presentations consistently leave a significant impact on her audiences, driving both personal and professional growth. I now invite our distinguished speaker, Ms. Padmaja, to deliver the keynote address.
Hello, everyone. It's been an
Ma'am, you're not audible.
insightful journey for me to start
Excuse me,
off.
ma'am, you're
Can you
not
hear me,
audible.
everyone?
No, ma'am, your voice is breaking. I
Okay.
think your network connection, there is
Now?
some disturbance in your network. Yeah,
So,
now we can hear you, ma'am.
now can you hear
Yes,
me?
it's okay. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you so much for, I'll connect with my mobile so that, it's totally this. So everyone, well, good morning to everyone out here.
Ma'am, can you please log in from another device? The voice and your screen is
It's quite
breaking up.
insightful conference that we are having. Can you hear me?
The voice
I'll
is
connect with
breaking
the
up,
mobile.
ma'am.
Sorry.
Voice is. Can you please log in
Sorry,
with
sorry.
another device, ma'am?
Sure, I'll do that. 1 second. Can you hear me now?
Now we can hear you, but we are not able to see the video. You have switched off the video.
No need to just complete that keynote. No need, because there may be a problem in the internet because
Yeah.
it's showing the bandwidth, poor bandwidth.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm working with this maintenance, so it's connected to the UPS. Maybe that's the reason. You can hear me properly?
Yes, ma'am. Now we can hear you.
You
Okay,
complete within 5 minutes, please. Okay, thank you.
Okay. So from the morning, we have been hearing out about the latest innovation research strategies and the innovations in multidisciplinary fields that everybody are, working towards it. And only one insight what we have is we can always say that technology and innovation, they are the key factors in driving the economies. So this conference is quite insightful because the discussions have been very meaningful, and also it focuses on two things: innovation, collaboration, and technological upgrade. So each speaker has in multiple disciplines have given you the insight of what exactly we have got to take steps forward. So the topic what I'm going to do is also based on academic institutions, how they can promote innovation. There are a lot of barriers, but always we can figure out solutions for them as well. So as educators, we also have felt that, though there are a lot of research opportunities coming up, people do the research, but there is a challenge in translating the ideas into real world solutions. So where is the gap? If we see, we have a lot of things to list for, and primarily with the advent of technology, with the advent of new things coming up like sustainable energy solutions, AI, and other things, the academic institutions are focusing on the research part of it, and they also nurture the talent. But the ideas remain as ideas. It is not getting converted into a kind of actionable, market ready solution. So potential is vast, but the innovation is always considered as a restricted factor. So some of the basic barriers, what is identified as is kind of, bureaucratic hurdles. There is a lot of time in taking the approval process for any topic or the research. And it is, I'm not blaming anyone out here, but the time is taken because the approval department or the dedicated department has multiple things to do. And it also restricts the innovative spirit of the students. So, for example, the student is coming up with a very good clean energy solutions. He has to fill up a lot of things and go with a multiple layer of approvals and administrative red tape to validate the idea. This itself takes a lot of time, and the students get frustrated out it. And second thing, departments function as departments. They don't function in unison. So most of the time what happens is in this conference you have multiple departments functioning as a collaborative format, which is very important for us to understand how to be innovative and carry forward to a solution. So cross-disciplinary collaboration is missing in some of the colleges. I will not say most. Now colleges are also getting cross-disciplinary labs also, but this collaboration is very important. And another thing is the excessive paperwork. There is a lot of paperwork that is happening in the terms of research and stuffs. So if that is limited and it is made easy, it will be of great help. Then limited industry and academia interaction. So students should also, interact with real world people managing the business, entrepreneurs, people who are driving entrepreneurship, people who are experts to guide them, mentors. There should be a kind of interaction which should be continuous. And this is something which is very important for the students to understand what the idea is and how they can translate into a market ready solution. For example, if the college students has a brighter idea, then he should be able to interact with somebody in the college or some expert. The college should have a lab or something, innovation lab, where external faculties or mentors can be a part of it for the guidance, and they give the ideas and they explain what exactly is the solution for what problem they are solving. So the mentor can help them in putting their ideas into different phases, like putting a lean canvas, business canvas, and then validating, developing a MVP, then prototype. So the stages can be while they learn. This is a practical learning, and it can foster innovation in a better way. And limitations in these categories. And finally, the funding. So if there is a groundbreaking solution the student has, there should be a kind of startup labs that is coming up in academic institutions, wherein they can get an idea how they can do. For the pilot, they can get a funding. And sometimes what happens, the research period is long and the funding investors, they go for short-term funding. So the students' research is kind of restricted. So having a structured approach, streamlining the administrative processes can go a long way in developing, in fostering innovation in academic institutions. So there should be a simple and quick approval system, simple for the application processes and quick for the approval processes. That is very important, and it should be a fast track system for research. So how they can do it? They should have a dedicated team for fostering the idea from the ideation stage till the prototype stage. There should be assistant at all levels, and there should be kind of learning that should be implemented for these people to understand what is the next step. They should not stay with the idea. And interdisciplinary collaboration, cross-functional research labs are booming up now. Specific faculty and student combination for research, that is also most prevalent in medical industry. Yogesh sir would approve of this. So there are some new things happening as innovation towards developing idea, translating into groundbreaking solutions. And finally, industry partnerships. Industry partnerships, what thing is, it's not that you have to get more people out, but you can get specific people who are from the startup incubation, from the internship funding, or simulators. It's not a real thing, real world solution, but then people can work in a simulated environment and talk about the innovations, how they can go. And sustainable funding models. See, grant-based funding will not work for an idea. So for the student to validate, student doesn't have any kind of research money allocated for him. But the college, if they feel that, academic institution, if they feel that it is going to be a real world idea, then there is something for the pilot testing. They can arrange a funding so that the idea doesn't stay on paper. So public-private partnerships also can help. And there are a lot of entities offering practical courses. Even NFED, we have certificate in e-entrepreneurship and research and innovation certifications and all. So the colleges can tie up with those specialists for the students to understand how to go about. I mean, academic knowledge doesn't give them the weightage of application. They can have an idea, they can work towards the research, but translating into a real world solution or a business ready market fit model, they have to tie up with these organizations, make the certification program as elective in the knowledge, in terms of knowledge, in terms of technology. Then if these things are taken care of at the education level, at the graduation, post-graduation level, then I think the innovation factors are definitely going to fall in place. Even the academic institutions can be true incubators for groundbreaking solutions. So ideas are many, it is unlimited, but how we focus and take a way forward, that is the major key in developing the innovation, fostering it, and also coming to a market ready solution that is more acceptable for students. I really thank Ramya ma'am, Professor Dr. Ganeshan sir for this wonderful opportunity, because this is something which is a very good learning experience for me. And as a startup entrepreneur, I just want to address these gaps where the academic institutions can also thrust their efforts and focus on signing up, or educating the students on entrepreneurship or innovation research, and give them the insight of taking it forward, how to go about from the idea to the market ready solutions. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you, Ms. Padmaja. Thank you for a very informative address. So I heartily thank all the national and international keynote speakers for their august presence in this 3-day international conference. With this, we conclude all the keynote sessions. The paper presentations for the morning track 1 SET Science, Engineering and Technology will start at 11:15 p.m. I request the session chair and the papers presenters to be ready at 11:15. We'll take a short break now. Thank you, everyone. I now invite our Honorable Conference Chair, Karmadev Maharatna, Professor Dr. R. Ganesan, to share the excerpts of this 3-day international conference.
A pleasant noon to all. The 3-day international conference on research, innovations and challenges, ICRIC 2025, has completed numerous academic deliberations in terms of the keynote address, where the keynote address is going to come now, and paper presentations and participations across the globe. I intend to place the following conference highlights in the capacity as conference chair and chief patron of ICRIC 2025, and as the founder and chairman or presiding chair of National Foundation for Entrepreneurship Development, NFED, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu, India. This 3-day international conference has exhibited 24 keynote addresses delivered by international keynote speakers from Nigeria, Sultanate of Oman, Sri Lanka, United States of America, Malaysia, South Africa, Bangladesh, and national keynote speakers from various states and union territories of India, namely from Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Puducherry, Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Punjab, Chhattisgarh, West Bengal, Rajasthan, and Meghalaya. That sounds that the conference has crossed the barriers and has reached so many people across the globe and as well as India. The keynote speakers of this conference included renowned academicians, entrepreneurs, and professionals across the globe. And another important highlight of the conference is that it has given a lot of importance, I can say enormous importance, to women academicians, which includes our conference director and convener, co-conveners or associate conveners, organizing secretaries, organizing committee members, and session chairs, wherein women constitute the maximum numbers. That shows that the NFED is focusing more on empowering women and giving utmost importance to the women communities. Another important highlight of this conference is that it is given enormous importance to the participants from various parts of India as well as globe. And there are 3 main tracks in this international conference, namely Science, Engineering and Technology, SET, that's track 1. Management, Innovation on Entrepreneurship, MEI, that's track 2. And Arts and Humanities, AHU, that's track 3, around which there are 25 streams under these opposite tracks, which are listed now. This under the SET track, there are 14 streams, namely computer science and engineering, electronics and communication engineering, civil engineering, structural engineering, environmental engineering, textile technology, energy studies, mathematics, computer science, geology, earth sciences, chemistry, environmental science, and pharmacology, wherein it included 23 topic presentations. Under the MEI track, there are 5 streams, namely 40 entrepreneurship, organizational behavior, commerce, finance, and economics, wherein it included 10 paper presentations. Under the AHU track, there are 6 streams, namely law, criminology, victimology, geography, applied geography, and women's studies, wherein it has included 8 paper presentations. So there are 41 paper presentation sessions, which has been scheduled and distributed across 6 tracks, which are chaired and moderated by 6 session chairs from Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Punjab, and Puducherry. The e-proceedings of this particular conference will be covering 41 abstract submissions, and out of which we can see today, until now, a total of 35 online presentations have been completed, covering 85.37%, which is one of the remarkable achievements of our 3-day international conference, ICRIC 2025. A total of 100 registered participants from 21 states and 3 union territories out of India's 28 states and 8 union territories, constituting around 6.7% of India's representation across its length and breadth in this international conference. Also, there are a few international presentations from Australia, Hungary, Iraq, and Bangladesh, respectively. The research presentations, whatever we have seen until now for the last 3 days, have provided all of us with immense knowledge sharing and intellectual enrichment. The keynotes by various national and international speakers have highlighted the research innovations and challenges through addressing new research trends, importance of interdisciplinary research, globalization perspectives, creativity and research, skill training and employability, application of AI in research and innovation, knowledge transformation and integration, multidisciplinary research in social science, digital innovation, and entrepreneurial ecosystem, research trends in business, healthcare awareness and innovation, holistic restructuring, energy management, mathematical applications and techniques, entrepreneurship development, self and time management skills, women empowerment, and sustainable development. So you can see the broad perspective of the papers and the keynotes, which has been categorically placed in ICRIC 2025. I am sure the scientific researchers, technological innovations, management processes, artistic approaches, and humanistic views have provided the insights about the global happenings through this international conference, ICRIC 2025. Also, the research deliberations which we have seen until now are truly intellectual and indispensable to the global community for sustenance and growth. This knowledge sharing usually is a platform, you can say it's a knowledge sharing platform, paves the way for holistic global restructuring and transformation in our research innovation endeavors. Also, this conference has reinvigorated all of us to enrich our research potential, and its promulgation through righteous research contributions towards achieving overall socioeconomic growth and sustenance. And I have to thank some few office bearers as well as the organizers here. I express my hearty congratulations to the conference director and convener, Mrs. Ramya Kadave, for her indomitable efforts and meticulously conducting and successfully hosting this 3-day international conference, ICRIC 2025. My sincere thanks to technical head and advisor, Mr. Justin Kumar, for his impeccable support for this virtual conference to become a grand success. Last but not least, I want to express my sincere thanks to and best wishes to all the keynote speakers, session chairs, conference co-conveners, organizing secretaries, organizing committee members, paper authors and presenters, and participants of this international conference. Thank you all for being with us, and wish you all success in your academic walks of life. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Professor, for the elaborate excerpts. Thank you so much. I would now like to welcome and introduce our distinguished conference co-convener, Professor Dr. R. Rajeshwari. Professor Rajeshwari is a distinguished expert in power system engineering and possesses 27 years of teaching and 20 years of research experience. Her areas of specialization include power system operation, control, dynamics, stability, and protection. She is a reviewer for esteemed journals like IEEE Access, IET Generation, Transmission and Distribution, and International Journal of Numerical Modeling. She has organized numerous national-level FDPs, workshops, and webinars, and has delivered over 60 guest lectures, published over 80 papers in reputed international journals. She has also functioned as conference convener, keynote speaker, session chair, etc. in many national and international conferences. She has successfully completed 3 TechCube sponsored research projects and secured a Chief Minister's Research Grant of 31 lakhs for a project on sustainable microgrids for Coimbatore city. In commemorating her laudable academic contributions, she has been bestowed with the prestigious Lifetime Award in the 14th National Teachers' Day Awards 2023 by NFED. Currently, she serves as professor in the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering at Government College of Technology, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. I now invite our conference co-convener, Professor Rajeshwari, to deliver the welcome note.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon to all distinguished participants, keynote speakers, and esteemed organizers. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the third and concluding day of the International Conference on Research, Innovations, and Challenges, an enlightening platform designed and powered by for Research and CRT of National Foundations for Entrepreneurship Development, NFED Coimbatore. Over the past 2 days, this conference has served as a vibrant confluence of ideas, insights, and innovative research, making a meaningful impact on academic and professional fronts. Today is set to be another inspiring day as we welcome an outstanding panel of keynote speakers who bring a wealth of expertise and diverse perspectives. Dr. Luzon Hamilton, Associate Professor, School of Management Studies, Northwest University, South Africa. Dr. G. Fatima, Professor and Head, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Adiman College of Engineering, Hosur, Tamil Nadu.
Ma'am, kindly unmute yourself. You've been muted, ma'am. Kindly unmute.
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry for the interruption. Sorry. So I continue the list. Dr. Rufus D., Assistant Professor, Department of Criminology and Police Studies, Sardar Patel University of Police, Security and Criminal Justice, Jodhpur, Rajasthan. Dr. Darshisha W. Thank you, Assistant Professor, Economics Department, School of Economics, Management and Information Sciences, Northeastern Hill University, Shillong, Meghalaya. Mr. Owais Khan, Founder and Technical Head, Synaris Solutions.
There seems to be a network issue.
You please continue with that
Yeah,
completion.
Rajeshwari ma'am, you've been disconnected
Yeah,
again.
sir. Yeah. Now I connected, ma'am. Sorry. Sorry for the interruption. We are privileged to have such a distinguished set of speakers who will enrich us with their insights into contemporary challenges and innovations across varied fields of research and practice. I extend my heartfelt to NFED and Center for Research and Training for creating this robust platform for knowledge dissemination. Let us actively engage, learn, and exchange ideas as we proceed with the sessions. Once again, a warm welcome to everyone, and I wish you all a productive and thought-provoking final day of the conference. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for a warm welcome note. So before proceeding further, I would like to take a screenshot of all the dignitaries available here. So all the keynote speakers, kindly switch on your videos. So let me take a screenshot. Dr. Arul Murugan, kindly switch on your video, sir. Fatima ma'am, can you please switch on your video? Just give me a moment.
You may include yourself also.
And participants and other committee members who are available, kindly switch on your video. Let me take a screenshot. Thank you, everyone. I now have the privilege in welcoming our first valediction keynote speaker, Dr. Luzanne Hamilton. Dr. Luzanne Hamilton has an academic career span of 17 years, and she has been involved with various undergraduate and postgraduate modules during her tenure. Her areas of expertise are business management and entrepreneurship. She earned her doctorate from Northwest University, South Africa, with a special focus on female entrepreneurship. In her thesis, she did a comparative study between South Africa and the Netherlands. She has research interest towards female and student entrepreneurship, especially focused on individuals' intention, skills, motivation, and barriers towards entrepreneurship. She has presented and published several national and international accredited research outputs. She is serving as reviewer for numerous journals and conferences and acts as external examiner for a number of academic institutions. She is also a member of entrepreneurship development in higher education in South Africa. At present, she is the associate professor, the School of Management Studies at Northwest University, South Africa. I now invite our distinguished speaker, Dr. Luzanne Hamilton, to deliver the valedictory address.
Thank you so much. Dear Conference Director, Prof. Ghani-san, and esteemed guests, it's an honor for me to be present here today, delivering a valediction keynote address. The conference is one of the themes. It's on entrepreneurial innovation, and also the conference is about research challenges and innovation. It is an honor for me to deliver not just an academic topic, but also a topic that is significant for social development, and that is entrepreneurial ecosystems. So today I want to share the understanding and the role of ecosystems in shaping entrepreneurial intentions. Some insights that I would like you all to take with this afternoon is to understand the concept of an entrepreneurial ecosystem, who's the key players in an entrepreneurial ecosystem, what is entrepreneurial intention, and what is the relationship between entrepreneurial intention and ecosystems. If we define an entrepreneurial ecosystem, we can see that an entrepreneurial ecosystem is a network of organizations, individuals, and resources that foster entrepreneurship within a specific region or sector. One of my colleagues in the Netherlands, Prof. Erik Stam from Utrecht University, said that entrepreneurial ecosystems is an independent actors and factors coordinated to enable productive entrepreneurship within a particular territory. Prof. Erik Stam also said that there's systematic conditions and framework conditions, and that forms the entrepreneurial ecosystem. From the entrepreneurial ecosystem, you'll have entrepreneurial activity and, in the end, value creation. These researchers in the field of entrepreneurial ecosystems, Prof. Erik Stam, Benjamin Friedeberg, Daniel Isenberg, and Anna Spiegel also said that there's different components of an entrepreneurial ecosystem that we need to take into consideration. These are entrepreneurs. We need entrepreneurs who are innovators or risk takers. We also need access to finance, so there should be investors. There should also be human capital. There should be a skilled workforce or talent. There should also be a regulatory environment. There should be laws, policies, support systems, or a governance system. There should also be market access. So there should be market connections. There should also be opportunities available. These researchers also elaborated and said that we need education and training, education from institutions such as universities, colleges, as well as entrepreneurial programs. All of these also need to include a supportive entrepreneurial culture or an entrepreneurial mindset. The researchers further elaborated and said that there's also stakeholders that's involved in this entrepreneurial ecosystem. These role players or stakeholders is the government, once again, educational institutions such as universities, investors, entrepreneurs, established businesses, or as well as service providers such as consulting firms. What is the importance of an entrepreneurial ecosystem? Now, if we can summarize it into one word or a sentence, we can say it's to create a supportive network of actors. But if we look at the research of these scholars, they say it facilitates access to resources. It promotes collaboration and knowledge sharing. It encourages a culture of entrepreneurship. There's also an impact on economic growth and development in a country, and it improves innovation and competitiveness. Now, my research, as you've heard from the director, is focused on entrepreneurial intention. So one of my students, PhD students this year, done her research on entrepreneurial ecosystems. I've also met with Prof. Erik Stam in Netherlands, and I thought to myself, but there should be a link between entrepreneurial ecosystems and entrepreneurial intentions. So what is intention? If we need to define intention from the psychology side, intention is seen as a mental state or decision to engage in a particular behavior or take a specific action. If we define it in entrepreneurial terms, it is a decision to start a business or engage in entrepreneurial activities. If we look at an entrepreneurial literature, there's a lot of people that have identified, scholars, academics, that have identified that entrepreneurial intention is influenced by several factors. In 1982, Shapiro and Sokol said it's influenced by perceived desirability, perceived feasibility, and presence of an event. Bird in 1988 said it is influenced by motivations, personal attitudes, and prior experience. Asian, with the theory of planned behavior, said it is influenced by attitudes towards the behavior, subjective norms, and perceived behavioral control. Kruger and Kashrut in 1993 said entrepreneurial intention is influenced by attitudes, perceptions, and social norms. Then Davidson took it a bit further, and he said that there's a link between intention and entrepreneurial behavior. Fayol agreed with Davidson and said that intention is a predictor of entrepreneurial behavior. Lennon said, but there should be an entrepreneurial context. Universities and educational programs play an important role in entrepreneurial intention. Later on, Thompson said that motivations play a role in entrepreneurial intention or influence entrepreneurial intention. In 2016, in my PhD studies, I came to the conclusion that there's other factors that also influence entrepreneurial intention, such as attitudes, which includes positive and negative attitudes, motivation, intrinsic and extrinsic, as well as barriers that none of these other scholars identified. Entry barriers, organizational barriers, as well as economic and financial barriers. Based on this, and based on the social economic problems that some of the countries faces, I came to a conclusion that we need entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship fosters economic growth. It fosters job creation and innovation. Now, what is the link then between an entrepreneurial ecosystem and intention? Now, entrepreneurial ecosystems shape intention. If we look at both the literature, in intention literature as well as ecosystem literature, it encourages entrepreneurial behavior and it creates a culture. If we look at the ecosystem and how it shapes intention, it provides resources, it provides networks, and it provides mentorships. If we look at the entrepreneurial activity, it creates a positive environment for risk-taking. It also empowers individuals to be innovative. It sets the tone for a culture. So there's a culture that's being created. In my literature, I found in my study that it creates positive as well as negative attitudes. Now, if the ecosystem encourages individuals to start businesses, it creates a positive attitude towards entrepreneurship. Now, what is the conclusion that we can make from this? There is definitely a link between entrepreneurial ecosystems and entrepreneurial intention. It aligns how the factors within an ecosystem influence individuals to decisions to pursue entrepreneurship. There should be, according to literature, supportive elements such as mentorships, such as finances, as well as entrepreneurial education to increase a desire or an intention to become entrepreneurial. There should be then be a thriving entrepreneurial ecosystem that where individuals are more likely to form strong entrepreneurial intentions. And if these are implemented, ultimately we'll have economic growth, we'll have innovation, and we'll have job creation in our countries. I thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Wilson Hamilton. That was a very delightful valediction session. Thank you so much.
On time presentation. Thank you so much, Dr. Luzan.
Thank you so much. If there's any questions or you would like to reach out, more than welcome to find me on LinkedIn, ResearchGate, or Google Scholar. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I would now like to invite a revered keynote speaker, Dr. G. Fatima. Ma'am, kindly switch on the video, please. Kindly switch on the video. Yeah. Dr. Fatima has more than 23 years of teaching experience and more than 17 years of administrative experience. Her area of interest includes mobile ad hoc networks, cryptography, data mining, and image processing. She is a recognized supervisor of Anna University Chennai and doctoral committee member of scholars at BTU and BIP. She is the institution's SPOC for the Smart India Hackathon, and numerous teams have competed in the grand finale under her guidance. She has organized several numbers of national and international symposium, workshops, seminar, and project competitions for the benefit of students. She has published patents, 32 papers, presented 28 papers, and in various international and national journals and conferences, has authored 11 books and book chapters to her credit. She has received a grant for a minor research project from UGC, ACTE, IEI, and TNS CST. She is the recipient of Excellence in Leadership Award 2024, International Educator of the Year 2022 from ITOR, and Senior Educator and Scholar Award from NFED. At present, she is the professor and head of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Adiyaman College of Engineering, Hosur, Krishnagiri District, Tamil Nadu. I now invite our distinguished speaker, Professor Dr. Fatima, to deliver the valedictory address.
Thank you so much, ma'am, so much for the wonderful introduction, ma'am. I'm very happy and delighted to be here as a part of this in this international conference. Shall I go to the presentation directly?
Yes, you may.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am, it is. Kindly switch on to full screen mode, ma'am, and continue.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just a minute. So good afternoon to all the distinguished guests, esteemed researchers, academicians, and the participants. So before I begin, I wanted to express my sincere and heartfelt appreciation to the organizing committee for putting together this remarkable international conference on research, innovation, and challenges. So really organizing an event of this scale requires an immense dedication, meticulous planning, and a vision to foster knowledge sharing and collaboration. So I extend my sincere gratitude and as well as appreciation to all the organizers, participants, speakers, and the researchers for their contributions. So your presence and the engagement are what make this conference a vibrant platform for intellectual exchange and innovation. So it is my privilege to be part of this event where great minds converge to explore the latest advancements, share insights, and collectively shape the future of research and technology. So let us make this opportunity to learn, collaborate, and inspire one another. My topic on this valedictory address is the role of digital innovation in empowering integrated knowledge systems. Now coming to the just a minute. Oh my God, what is happening? Sorry for the inconvenience. I'll just. Okay.
Don't select for the slideshow, just click the slides one by one.
Okay, okay. So coming to this. So my topic on digital innovation. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible, ma'am. Continue, please.
Oh, okay. So let us see that what is the definition of this integrated knowledge system. So the integrated knowledge system refers to the framework where diverse knowledge sources, disciplines, and stakeholders are interconnected using the digital technologies. So the goal is to break down the silos and create a seamless flow of information across academia, industry, and society. Traditionally, the knowledge was fragmented across research institutions, corporate databases, and government bodies. However, digital innovation is bridging these gaps, allowing for efficient knowledge sharing and the decision making. So coming to the what is the impact that digital innovation and the knowledge system has created? So actually, if you see that this has facilitated the decision-making process and improving it and enhancing the accessibility to information and fostering the collaboration across multiple disciplines. So actually by interconnectivity, so that is you have the ability to link diverse sources of knowledge. And apart from that, if you see that automation, it is both AI and ML algorithms process and analyze the vast amounts of data. Then the scalability, again, the systems can grow and adapt to increasing demands. And then the security, all these aspects can be integrated. Now coming to this role again, digital innovations. Let me talk about the artificial intelligence and machine learning. So AI-driven tools have revolutionized the knowledge management by enabling the automation, prediction, and intelligent decision making. For example, the natural language processing, because I am in the field of this computer science, so natural language processing. And in this, AI can analyze, categorize large volumes of text data, making the informations retrieval efficient. Other than that, you have the a personalized learning system. I think I have forgot to personalized learning system. If you see that AI adapts the educational content to individual learning styles, enhancing the knowledge acquisition. So that is very much now it has been focused on, especially in the education system. Again, it will be motivating even the slow learners to go ahead with their own pace. So everybody will have the opportunity of learning in their own pace. Next, again, if you come across the big data and cloud computing, here the big data analytics and the cloud computing provides scalable solutions for handling massive data sets. And these technologies support integrated knowledge systems by storing and managing information in real time, enabling collaboration across geographical boundaries, and enhancing the research and development through data-driven insights. Coming to the blockchain, where here if you see that academic credentials, that is, it is this blockchain technologies you can be used in the academic credential verifications, where it can secure the academic records, preventing frauds. Apart from that, if you see that in the if you come across again the decentralized knowledge sharing, that is here we can provide the open access platforms which uses the blockchain technologies to protect the intellectual properties. And coming to the healthcare data integrity, here the blockchain ensures the security of medical records, enhancing the patient's care. So this is how the blockchain technologies ensure transparency, security, and trust in knowledge sharing process across various fields. Next, coming to the Internet of Things and smart knowledge networks. So IoT enabled interconnected smart devices to collect, devices to collect the data, collect and share the data, forming the dynamic knowledge networks. And the applications of these usage of this IoT includes smart cities, industrial automation, and healthcare monitoring, where in smart cities, IoT-driven solutions optimize the traffic, waste management, and energy consumption. These are the examples of where the IoT has been used in the smart cities. And coming to the industrial automations, here the IoT devices have been used to improve the efficiencies in manufacturing, providing the real-time analytics. Coming to the area of healthcare monitoring, wearable IoT devices track patient health and provide the actionable insights. Now, coming to the impact, what this digital innovation has in the education part. In digital innovation enhances the learning through e-learning platforms, virtual labs, AI-powered tutors, and apart from that, integrated knowledge systems provide the personalized learning, as I was earlier telling about the personalized learning experiences, which bridges the educational gaps. The next, coming to the healthcare industry. Here, if you see that AI-powered diagnostics, telemedicine, health data analytics improve the patient's outcomes. And here it also facilitates the seamless collaboration among the healthcare professionals. Now coming to the impact, what it has on the business industry. Data-driven decision-making, automation, and AI-enhanced customer interactions drive efficiency and profitability. And the integrated knowledge systems streamline the supply chain management and the market analysis. Coming to the governance, how this digital innovation has enhanced the governance. Digital innovation aids in evidence-based policy making by analyzing the trends and the public feedback. And the AI-driven tools improve the governance through predictive analytics and automated administrative processes. Coming to the impact on the scientific research and development. Advanced computational tools, AI-driven simulations, and data analytics are accelerating the scientific discovery and technological advancements. And here, if you see that the cloud-based knowledge systems enable the researchers to collaborate globally, sharing insights and findings in the real time. The next is on the environmental sustainability. And this digital innovation is playing a crucial role in addressing climate change and sustainability challenges. And AI-driven analytics optimize resource management, IoT-enabled sensors, monitor environmental conditions, and blockchain supports transparent carbon credit trading. Now, what are the challenges that are there in the digital innovation integration? So despite the benefits, integrating digital innovation into knowledge systems presents challenges such as data privacy concerns, that is the major concerns, then cyber security threats, and the digital divide. And so future advancements in AI ethics, decentralized technologies, and regulatory framework will shape the development of more robust integrated knowledge systems. That is the conclusion which I provide in this valedictory address. So coming to conclusion, digital innovation is a powerful enabler of integrated knowledge systems, though it drives the efficiency, accessibility, and collaboration in technologies like AI, big data, blockchain, IoT, and cloud computing. Continued investment in digital transformation will further enhance the effectiveness of these systems, paving the way for a knowledge-driven future. That is my conclusion. So I'm very happy to be part of this international conference, and thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you, Professor Fatima. Thank you for a very insightful session. I now express my hearty welcome to our keynote speaker, Dr. V. Arulmurugan. Dr. Arulmurugan has more than 22 years of experience in teaching, research, extension, and social outreach initiatives at the University of Madras, Manonmaniam Sundarnar University, as well as Pondicherry University. He is specialized in banking and finance, business innovation and technology, scientific research, and data analytics. He has completed one major and one minor research project under ICSSR. He has published over 25 research articles in refereed journals, 50 paper presentations to his credit. He is serving as editor and reviewer for index journals and publishers. He is also serving as research advisor, POS expert member, and advisory board member, research thesis external educator of HEIs. He has delivered over 300 invited lectures, has organized 52 programs, served as resource person for RCs, FDPs, EDPs on scientific research, data analytics, entrepreneurial science, and skills. His extra academic contributions include mentoring the budding researchers for UGC NET, SET, civil service exams, and providing career guidance and counseling, social outreach programs, etc. He has received 35 awards and recognitions, including 7 times Best Teacher Award of Pondicherry University, and also he has been honored with Distinguished Educator and Scholar Award from NFED in its 15th National Teachers' Day Awards 2024. At present, he is Associate Professor and Head of the Department of Commerce, School of Management, Pondicherry University, Karaikal campus. I now invite our distinguished speaker, Dr. V. Arulmurugan, to deliver the valedictory address.
Vanakkam, and thank you so much, madam, for your sweet introduction. I'm so delighted and happy to be invited in an international conference on research, especially on innovation and challenges. Special thanks to Professor Ganesan sir for inviting me, and the conference convener, the conference director and chairs, Dr. Ramya ma'am, and the entire team. First of all, I'd like to appreciate and thank each one of you. Is it okay, sir?
You're welcome, Dr. Arulmurugan, to do that. Thank you so much. Pleasure.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So I've been part of our NFED. So thank you so much for making to be part of your team to reach the global researchers across the globe. And one more thing that I could see from when I joined, I could see your brief on how many papers has come in, who are the people. So I'm delighted to know that we got papers across the world. And most of the papers from India and Union Territory too, because I'm part of Union Territory. Thanks for that. And a special mention to all the keynote speakers. And just now I was hearing two of them. So it was so delighted to be here in online to reach the researchers and academia across the globe through NFED and its initiatives. With this little note, probably like we are working on innovation and the challenges in research. Today morning, I was almost sitting 4 to 5 hours to look out and hear the budget speech of the finance minister. We are able to see that there are a lot of focus on research and innovation in India in the present budget, and they have allocated so much of what you call as fund on the artificial intelligence in education and research and innovation. So I think you have scheduled the international conference on research in a right time on a deliberation, and you are closing your conference or our conference with the budget, with the allocation. So that means
it's a coincidence, yes, not intention.
Yeah. No. So it happens for natural things. It happens for divine things. It happens for people who are with good hearts. Whenever we think of strategizing for last 3 days, I know that when you deliberate, you have strategized so many research and innovation areas in different fields. Now the government also come forward in a right time with the budget to enhance that. So with this little note, I thought that I could share my opinion on it, and which I have also slotted in the messages of these meet, like Dr. Ramsix me, Dr. V. Arulmurugan, fun approach for scientific research to bring innovation and overcome the challenges. So what is that fun approach? That is what I thought, like, confirm your speaking language. Okay. So I thought like I can share that. And most people think that making an innovative research, which a lot of challenges, researchers think that it is very hard to do research. But in my personal opinion, if we enjoy research, right, ultimately we can do a lot more innovation, a lot more challenges can be overcome. In that angle, I have framed an acronym called as FUN, F-U-N. So if you look into that, see, most of the research in the thinking stage itself, it is getting what you call as eradicated from the mind. The moment when we eat, we think, when we sleep, we think, when we write, we think, when we deliberate, we think innovative research. But before it gets into action, we forget that. We don't record it. So what I thought, no, in that stage, in the mind itself, how an innovative research can be scrutinized, how it can be scientifically done. So that is what I thought, like out of little 25 years of experience in teaching and research, I thought that I can make it out. In that angle, fun means, I'm coming from the reverse, N stands for novelty. Please note down, N stands for novelty. So any research, if you want to overcome the challenges, if you want to come out with a new one, it should be novel. Again, when it's novel in the sense like it can be entirely new, it can be modified from the existing, it can be moved from one place to another place. This is what new, novelty in research. But what is more scope in the global research arena and publication is entirely new thinking. We can come out with a new variable in research, whatever discipline, whether it is medicine, engineering, science, social science, commerce, economics, literature, whatever we take it, The most important thing is that it should be entirely new variable, new model, new approach. If we are able to add one word into the book of knowledge of that discipline, that itself is a new research. That itself is an innovative research. So that means ultimately that we need to think entirely new. Where we fail in it, many people we just review and whatever is missing, finding a small gap, starting our academic research and making it a thesis, and we are keeping it on the shelf after award. So my humble request is think innovatively, do a lot of research. That is one criteria. Whenever we are thinking a research title, we should think that is it novel? Point number one. Point number two, utility. U stands for utility. That means that whether that is useful for the researcher, that is more important, either to get a degree or to get it published, or to take it forward for the future researchers on the guidance. Number two, utility to the society, the stakeholders. So our research findings supposed to be useful. That kind of research we need to plan. And number three on that, utility to the policy maker. Whenever we make, today also, when Finance Minister Madam was reading, she was saying that scientific temper in the young minds. So that line, I remember 16, 15 years before, when I deliberated, the same line I have just deliberated. I'm so happy to hear those words and lines. So that means that it should be used by our policymakers. Whatever we do it in a research, that outcome, and that can be implemented, because as a researcher, we cannot do anything, much more things. When it is taken to the policy makers, they can do a lot more. So it should be useful to individual researcher. It should be useful to the stakeholders, that is society. It should be useful to the policymaker. This is one. The third thing is very important. That is feasibility. Because we dream, we think, we imagine big research things, but practically whether it is possible within certain conditions. So when I say feasibility, I'm taking into three slots. Feasibility of available resources. Whenever we are thinking anything, the resources should be available. For example, when I was doing research on logistics, science, in 2007, when I thought, what is happening, like resources were not that much. World Bank came out with its logistics performance index only in 2007. Then I got a little heart. Okay, we can continue our research. So available resources is very important. We can think innovative, but some literature should be there. We need to source it. It should be available. Number two, the feasibility of time. Certain research thinking can be done in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Sometimes it will take 10 years. We could see Nobel laureates. They normally do research almost continuously for 10 years, and I could see they are getting Nobel prizes. So ultimately what is happening is 3 minutes to go. Ultimately what is happening is, like when we have sufficient time, whether we are thinking an idea which can be completed within stipulated time. That is very important. And that the third thing is that feasibility of funds. Many academicians and researchers, including Professor Ganesan sir, has a huge potential to do a lot more policy making research, but sufficient fund is needed. Feasibility of funding agency is needed. If that is coming in, then we can do wonderful research. We can come out with an innovative research. We can take over all the challenges in doing a scientific research. So that is what I just point, like a fun approach for scientific research. Again, I'm repeating finally, the novelty, utility, and feasibility. If we check out in the brain itself when we think a research title, either for doing a PhD or a postdoc or a pre-doctoral degree or a project or for a paper or publication, I think we can overcome. And with this little note, thanks to the entire organizing team, Professor Ganesan, Professor Ramya ma'am, and all those people who have shaped up. You have been doing wonderful service in the academia and research, which we have been following it and taking us part of it. We really delighted, and we really what you call it as showing our gratitude by participating in this kind of international conference. With this little note, I think the next person is waiting. He is also known to me. Hi, Rupert. I think you can continue with it. Thank you so much to the entire team. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Arul Murugan, for a wonderful
Thank you, sir,
speech.
for a very energetic speech.
Energetic
Thank you
speech.
so much.
So in the evening only we need energy, That's
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I now express my hearty welcome to our revered keynote speaker, Dr. D. Rufus. Dr. Rufus possesses more than 14 years of teaching experience, which includes teaching postgraduate level courses in criminology, psychology, human rights and duties and education. His academic interests are interdisciplinary approach in criminology, police studies and victimology, with human rights of vulnerable sections such as women, children, senior citizens, etc. He has 40 research papers to his credit and has presented nearly 80 papers in national and international seminars and conferences. He has chaired and co-chaired a few technical sessions in seminars and conferences. He has organized numerous special lectures, workshops, symposiums, seminars, and FDPs. He has been awarded the prestigious Dr. Machiko Fukuhara Scholarship to participate in the 8th Asian Postgraduate Course on Victimology and Victim Assistance in 2008 and 13th International Symposium of the World Society of Victimology held at Tokiwa University in Japan in 2009. In commemorating his splendid academic contributions, he's been bestowed with the coveted Young Educator and Scholar Award by the NFED in its 11th National Teachers' Day Awards 2020. He's also the recipient of the reputed Dr. Kalbe Sadik Award for Outstanding Research organized by the Indian Mental Health and Research Center and Shia PG College in 2022. He's been conferred with Karmavir Chakra Award by the Indian Confederation of Non-Governmental Organizations under Social Justice and Citizen Action on 26 November 2024 at Noida, Uttar Pradesh. Currently, he serves as Assistant Professor in the Department of Criminology and Police Studies at Sardar Patel University of Police, Security and Criminal Justice in Jodhpur, Rajasthan. I now invite our distinguished speaker, Dr. Rufus, to deliver the valedictory address.
Thank you, madam, for your very beautiful introduction of me. Thank you, Madam Ramya and Professor Dr. Ganesan sir, NFED chairman and founder, for having invited me and giving me an opportunity to join in this vibrant platform. I'm very lucky to have listened to Dr. Arul Murugan sir's, Professor Arul Murugan sir's speech once again. I had that opportunity, privilege, near about more than a decade back at MS University. Thank you. I have to thank NFED for this opportunity. Okay, without wasting not much of time of everyone, I just want to start my presentation. Is the presentation?
No, sir, you need to start the screen share first and open the PPT, sir. Start the screen share.
Is it being shared clearly, madam?
Yes, sir. You can switch on to full screen mode, please.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for approving my keynote speech topic on breaking the cycle, a global research perspective on preventing violent victimization of children. So if you look at the daily newspaper, we can see that there are various ways the children of our country as well as the world, throughout the world, we can see the media reported various ways the children are facing violence in their daily life. If we can imagine a world where more than 1 billion children experience some form of violences. So if it is not just to imagine. Actually, it is a reality where billions of children are facing various forms of violence, including physical, emotional, sexual abuse in every year. That is what actually the reality. So it made me to feel to give my keynote speech on this topic. The reality of worldwide, you can see 1 out of every 5 girls do face sexual violence. Similarly, boys, 1 out of 7 are facing sexual violence. This is the reality. When these children are facing the violence at the hands of different perpetrators, lifelong they are having the injury, which are in physical, emotional, psychological nature. So it becomes important for us to find a way, or the entire community, to protect our children. So, as I already told, the violence are at different forms, which include physical, emotional, sexual. Neglect is a specific, or we can say unique form of violence that actually changing the entire life of the child at times, which make the children to involve in crime in future of their in their future. Other forms of violence against children are corporal punishment, bullying, online violence. At India, at the level of India, if you want to see the last year, in the year 2022, as per the National Crime Records Bureau's report, more than 1.62 lakh cases of crimes against children were reported. Out of that, 40% of the cases are related to sexual offenses against children. This is the horrific as well as the worrying scenario of the country in the year 2021. If we compare the crimes against children crime rate, it is actually an increasing trend. If you look at the past few years, crime rate, out of every 1 lakh children, that is near about 37 children are facing one form of crime in the children. You can see there are many children going missing, and the even law enforcement agency recovering very few children if we look at the percentage ratio of the recovered children. So the total missing children in there, you can say female are 62,946 children in the year 2021. Let me move to the another one scenario. Like out of the penetrative sexual assault victims, 90% of the offenders were known to the child victims. It means the children are abused sexually by their own known people, maybe the family members or in the other environments such as school or tuition centers where they are encountered with a problem. Okay. Let us see the global prevalence of this issue. It is really actually a pervasive issue. It is not a region specific. This violence against children, it is actually the problem throughout the world, but which needs swift attention by the law enforcement agency as well as by the community. So it is prevailing in both high income and low income countries without any differences. 6 out of 10 children under 5 years of age regularly suffer severe punishment or psychological violence at the hands of parents or teachers or other caregivers, as per the World Health Organization's recent report. 1 in 5 women, that is, I have already told. So moving to the next slide. So where these children are victimized, they are not victimized in a different place or not in a hidden place always. So wherever the children, wherever the world, they are being victimized in the every sphere of their life. For example, in families, homes such as orphanage homes or other kind of special homes, schools, communities, they are facing different forms of violence. Even in online, they are psychologically, emotionally, or sexually facing the violence or abused. At the hand of the criminal justice system, at times the children face different kind of violence. This is a unique area which requires special attention. Within the time limit, I want to complete, so I don't go more. So the perpetrators are our own family members, intimate partners, teachers, even the children neighbors are being the perpetrators as per the report of UNICEF. These kind of different forms of violence against children has the profound and long-lasting effects they do have. They have both short-term and long-term impact. Generally, short-term impacts are on physical injury form, long-term impact or goes in psychological, emotional form, which affects their academic performance as well as cognitive development of children. So in some case studies, the research has proved the entire life of the child has turned into a different scenario due to their childhood violences. In some cases, due to their own victimization experience, the child turned as offender. It's as it is a cycle of abuse theory says. So they also become the offender in their future. So there are certain potential health consequences are witnessed or reported by the World Health Organization. Considering the time limitation, I just mentioned or highlighted the things. Different forms of injuries, physical injuries, both communicable and non-communicable disease are spread to the children who faced physical as well as sexual violence. At times, the children have got pregnancy, and there are so many mental health problems these children who faced violence have reported in. So the global researchers have pointed out what are the major key factors, or what are the key factors for them to become victims of this violence. Age, vulnerability, mental health issues of the perpetrators. It includes parents or the teachers or whosoever their perpetrators. Cultural practices, for example, female genital mutilization is one of the problem in the Middle East countries, which affect which affects the children as a form of violence. Socioeconomic status, in which poor background children are the victims. Certain regions which are always experiencing conflict, such as Syria, Iraq, Palestine, and Congo, and many other countries where the statistics of UNICEF, WHO have reported that they are in a the children are in a high risk of facing violence. The world research has, I will take 2 minutes if I'm, sir, is it fine?
Sir, it's fine, sir, no problem.
Thank you so much, ma'am. The researchers in the global level proved there is an inequity of researchers. This is something surprise, whereby the many researchers on these issues are from the high income countries. Vice versa, there are less researchers in the researchers in the countries from low and middle income. In fact, these countries have been now they are many research are conducted in these middle income and low income countries about violence against children, but researchers are less in that thing. So there is a need to have more researchers from this. There are many big world organizations such as UNICEF, WHO, Together for Girls, an organization. They are working for the they are doing community-based intervention or having global collaborations with the different countries to eradicate the violence against children. Even the organization Together for Girls has made a wonderful project on dreams, which has which has prevented many violence and improved educational outcomes in certain countries, including Kenya. In India also, we can see there are many organizations. There are many organizations. Out of them, few I am just kept here for our knowledge. Save the Children, Childline India, CRI, that is Child Rights and You, Smile Foundation, and Child Help Foundation. These are all the organizations working for preventing the violence of children and to support those children. So in fact, so what to do? Actually, what we need, evidence-based intervention, is very essential. There is one aspect, that is INSPIRE framework, which was developed by World Health Organizations as well as its partners to prevent and support the victims of child victims who have faced violence. What is that inspire? It is like the I refers strict implementation and enforcement of laws by the government as well as criminal justice agencies, and N refers the norms and values to be inculcated in the society to protect the children, and S refers to create safe environment across the world, across this environment, and parent and caregiver should be enlightened how to deal with the children, and income and economic strengthening is very essential in the world to reduce these violence, and response, immediate and swift response should be there for the victims of violence, and education and life skills are very important to empower the children. I just move to my conclusion. This I have discussed, though the slides speak some points. So what we have to do as parents or as teachers or others, firstly, we need to pay attention to the children. If they if they try to say something, or if they have some symptoms of violence, we need to listen to them. We have to believe them. Then we have to empower them through giving proper support as well as to proper knowledge. And we have to train our children and teach our children to stay safe online. This is a big subject. I just highlight the important points. So at the end, I need to highlight the quote of Nelson Mandela. It's my conclusion slide. There can be no clearer revelation of a society's soul than the way in which it treats its children. So together, we all have to work for preventing the violence against children as well as empower the children. So it is not one man effort. It is not the duty of law enforcement. It is not the duty of government alone. It is the duty of all of us to protect our children throughout the world. With this note, I like to conclude my keynote speech. Thanks for once again. I thank the NFED. I'm very happy to travel with NFED, and once again I thank Madam as well as Professor Dr. R. Ganesan, and it has given a good opportunity they have given me a good opportunity to interact, to convey my point of view on this topic. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Rufus. It's a very informative session you had given. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
I now express my hearty welcome to our distinguished keynote speaker, Dr. Darishisha. Dr. Darishisha possesses more than 19 years in teaching undergraduate and postgraduate students, alongside more than a decade of experience in research guidance. Her research areas comprise of macroeconomics, informal economy, and public finance. She has published more than 10 papers in peer-reviewed and UGC care-listed journals, and also has published book chapters. She has chaired numerous sessions in national and international conferences and has been resource person and delivered numerous invited talks. In commemorating her talents and academic contributions, she has been conferred as the Distinguished Fellow of NFED. At present, she is the Assistant Professor of the Economics Department at the School of Economics Management and Information Sciences in Northeastern Hill University, Shillong, Meghalaya. I now invite our distinguished speaker, Dr. Darishisha, to deliver the valedictory address.
Thank you, Madam, for the sweet introduction. First of all, I would like to thank the organizers for successfully conducting this international conference on such diverse fields and disciplines, which is really important, which I think is really important. So just let me share the slide with you. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am. Kindly switch on to full screen mode, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
So I would like you to take you to a situation where a doctor is trying to cure a patient without understanding the social circumstances, the access to healthy food, or even their mental well-being. Now, if the patient is very poor and the doctor prescribes costly medicines and he advised the patient to take food which is beyond the patient's budget, then the patient is obviously just wasting his time and his money on consultation fees. And of course, he won't get any help. Now, this illustrates the limitations of a siloed approach to problem solving. Now, in today's world, we face challenges that demand a broader perspective, one that integrates knowledge from the various fields, the diverse fields. Now, this is why I want to talk on this topic today, which is integrated knowledge, which is the way forward. Now, in the screen I've shared, this is a beautiful tapestry. Now, where each thread represents a distinct field of study. So, integrated knowledge is the art of weaving these threads together. And in the end, we get a rich and intricate picture that reveals deeper meaning and broader perspectives. So, it's integrated knowledge is not just about accumulating information, facts from different disciplines, but it is the element of linking them together, finding common grounds, and then applying insights from one domain to enlighten another. Now, why do we need to strive for integrated knowledge? First, we live in a world where we face various issues which are multifaceted, like climate change, healthcare disparities, and obviously we have the glaring economic inequality. Now, all of these issues, they demand multidisciplinary approach. And then we also need innovation and creativity. Now, by drawing the diverse knowledge from different fields, different disciplines, we can generate novel ideas and come up with solutions that might not be apparent in a single discipline. And lastly, why we need to strive for integrated knowledge is that we need to have or to inculcate critical thinking. Integrated knowledge encourages us to question assumptions and to consider various viewpoints and then evaluate the information more comprehensively. Now, let me just take you to a scene where we try to solve climate change with only scientists working in their labs, in isolation. While, of course, their expertise is crucial, they may overlook the social and economic impacts on communities. We need sociologists, we need economists, we need scientists, we need administrators to contribute the knowledge to create solutions that are both effective and sustainable. Now, in doing so, we have more chances of solving the issue at hand with least disruption to the cultural, economic, and other systems in the society. Our world is so interconnected that it demands that we understand the problems from multiple perspectives. As solution in one area, they often have these ripple effects across the others. Now, how to cultivate integrated knowledge? this is the obvious question that will arise. Of course, we have the education system, the university, the schools, the colleges, the institute. That is a good place to start. In India, we're quite optimistic since we have implemented the National Education Policy 2020, where our students will be learning from carefully created syllabi, which provides scope for interdisciplinary courses, which is necessary for holistic learning. However, we need to engage the students and learners with real life scenarios whenever there is a possibility, where they can step out from the classroom, their labs, and apply what they have learned, what we have learned actually, to common day problems. But it should not stop there. We also need collaborative research. Now, this can be, we should foster or encourage these research projects where the scholars from different fields, they can join hands to solve common challenges. And then we also need to organize more multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary conferences, such as the one we're having now. And moreover, we need to advocate for joint research grants and create shared research platforms. And lastly, we should not forget that knowledge is lifelong accumulation or it's lifelong learning. We need to, so it is necessary to stay updated with the developments in various fields, even beyond our own primary area of expertise. Having said that, there are challenges in the process of cultivating the integrated knowledge. The first one, which I have considered, is the language barriers. Now, understanding the terminology and concepts specific to different disciplines can be quite challenging. Even in this world of artificial intelligence, we still have this problem as during translation, the essence may be lost. So we need to develop common terminologies and utilize translation tools more effectively. And as I've mentioned earlier, collaborative research is necessary for if we want to reap the full benefits of integrated knowledge. However, it's sad to say that till now, we still witness this tendency for academic fields to remain isolated and specialized. While being specialized in remains essential, it is equally crucial to bridge the gaps between disciplines. We need to break away from this tendency to work in silos by realizing that the goals of research and learning is to solve everyday issues, to maximize the well-being, and at the same time, leaving our future generations a better place to live. That is to achieve sustainable development. Now, there is also the potential for information overload. This can be effectively managed by focusing on the key concepts, developing information synthesis skills. This can be tackled. Now, I want to cite some examples of successful multidisciplinary approaches. We cannot avoid the success story of environmental conservation. I'll just give you the example of the Amazon Rainforest Conservation Project. It's a collaboration between biologists, ecologists, economists, and the indigenous communities to conserve the Amazon rainforest. And we also have the Great Barrier Reef Conservation Project in Australia. Again, this is multidisciplinary efforts involving biologists, marine biologists, ecologists, economists, scientists, to protect the world's largest coral reef system. And I can cite many more examples from healthcare and sustainable development, disaster response and recovery, and even from education and research. So these are the examples that demonstrate the power of multidisciplinary approach, where integrated knowledge became a powerful instrument in addressing the complex challenges and achieving successful outcomes. So, let me conclude by reminding that in today's interconnected world, the ability to integrate knowledge is not just a desirable skill, but it is a necessity if we want to see changes and to achieve the sustainable development goals. Now, by actively seeking connections between the diverse discipline, we can become better problem solvers, innovators, and critical thinkers, which are equipped who are equipped to address the challenges of the 21st century. So let us commit to fostering interdisciplinary collaboration, breaking down the silos between disciplines, and empowering the next generation to become integrated thinkers and problem solvers. Thank you for your time. I will conclude my speech, and I would really like to thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts on this important matter with you. So thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you, Dr. Darshisha. That was
Thank
a
you, Dr.
wonderful session.
Darshisha. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I now extend my warm welcome to our distinguished keynote speaker, Mr. Ovais Khan. Mr. Ovais Khan has over 15 years of experience in the IT industry, out of which he has spent more than 10 years of his career in IBM. During his tenure, he has supported clients in North America, UK, and Australia. He's a master black belt, Prince 2 design thinking, agile scrum practitioner. He provides business support to improve their process, identify new opportunities, and implement new technologies. He has conducted numerous technical sessions on digital transformation, business development, social media marketing workshops and demos, data analytics and statistical insights, entrepreneurship development, placement drives, cultural events, seminars, and webinars. He is also into student internships and professional recruitment. He is the recipient of Young Entrepreneur Award from National Foundation for Entrepreneurship Development in its 6th National Entrepreneurs Day Awards 2019. He is also a motivational speaker and student counselor, wherein he facilitates youth communities to choose the right career path and entrepreneurial journey by guiding and mentoring them. He is the founder and technical head of Scenario Solutions Private Limited, Bangalore, Karnataka. I now invite our distinguished speaker, Mr. Ovais Khan, to deliver the valedictory address.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Let me share my screen. Yeah, I hope my presentation is visible.
Yes, it is
So,
visible. Yeah.
thank you, everyone. Welcome to the keynote today. So, I'm going to talk about digital transformation and how it is impacting the organizational ecosystem. What could be the contribution from institutes and research and from the entrepreneurship? So, that is something that we would see here. So if we look at the contribution or digital transformations that we have, so it is not just about new technologies that we work on, but it is also how a complete fundamental or complete ecosystem that we build, right? So we talk about operate, we talk about how do we compete, we also talk about how do we give a proper value to our clients. So that is something that we look at when we talk about digital transformation. And you might have heard about the technologies on AI, cloud computing, IoT, big data, blockchain, automation. So all these are reshaping industries. And if you look at the current trend, most of the roles, most of the repetitive tasks that could be taking a lot of time that was earlier being implemented in organizations. Now it is done by the AI, right? So that is how it is emerging, and that is how organizations are actually implementing that. And then we are also looking at what is the rise of the platform-driven, data-centric, and AI-powered business models that will actually be adding value to the organizations. Then we also need to address few challenges. Digital transformation will also come with a lot of threats, a lot of issues. So we need to address the cybersecurity threats. We should also look at the workforce skill gaps, because not everyone would be trained on digital transformation and its implementation. And we also have to look at the regulatory concerns, the data privacy, and all that. That also we need to consider. And we also need to consider what is the actual ethical AI implementation, what is the proper AI implementation that we do. So that is something that we actually look at. So what could be the contribution? How can we have the institutes or research contribute on this digital transformation journey? So we need to look at how researchers can contribute by exploring AI ethics. What could be those AI ethics that we can implement? And what could be a human AI collaboration? So it should not be just an AI that we are building, right? It should always be in collaboration with the resources that we already have, and it should go hand in hand. And then we should also look at the digital sustainability. So that is something that researchers can explore. And institutes should integrate emerging technologies. So these technologies should be part of their curriculum. It should be a part of their practicals. The students should be equipped with using these tools and exploring the knowledge. So that is very important for institutes to implement. And then we also need to look at how we can establish innovation labs, incubators, and interdisciplinary research centers. So this exactly is something that will help us to bridge the gap between the academia and industry. And we see how real world applications can be implemented using the new technologies that we have. And then academic is also, they need to think about policies, advisory groups that can help governments and businesses, that can frame regulations, right? So this is something that can be built from the academy side and then publish that to governments and organizations, and they ensure that the digital transformation is properly implemented. So this is something that we can look from researchers and institutes point of view. And what can we have from the entrepreneur side of it? So there's a lot of opportunities that we can bring in. So as a startup, as an innovator, we can bring in a lot of AI-driven solutions for multiple disciplines. We can build fintech platforms that are using digital transformation technologies and tools. We can build health tech advancements. A lot of healthcare system is now using AI, right? What can we explore? What can we implement? There's a lot of smart city solutions that are taken ahead by the government also, and also from the private sector. How can we build startups on these? And also sustainable technologies. What can be the technology implementation that we can have that can sustain for a very long time? So here we can look at AI and automation startups that we can build for industries, manufacturing companies, for customer service. And then there's a lot of no code, low code platforms available. That means we don't actually need developers to build something on digital transformation. There are still platforms available that will allow any normal resource to learn a bit and then start implementing those platforms. So it's called as no code and low code. And then we can also build the fintech and blockchain innovations. And then we can look at decentralizing the finance. How can we implement cybersecurity? So these are few things that startups can focus. And then we can also look at the health tech and medtech solutions, where we can improve the patient care. So as I mentioned, there are a lot of AI-driven diagnostics and remote healthcare that is already in place. What else can we implement as a startup? What else can we introduce and support digital transformation is something that we can look into. And then what are the sustainable and agri-tech startups that are using these digital tools supporting farming and promoting environmental sustainability? So those are also areas that startups can focus and then implement digital transformation in multiple disciplines and domains. So now, if we look at what are we looking into for the digital transformation, how are we going to prepare for this? So we need to focus on AI. We need to look at the data, the data that is available and around us, and we have to look at the cloud and cybersecurity skills. So something where we can build our expertise in terms of AI and machine learning, understanding the models, automations, and ethical AI applications. On data analytics and big data, what can we implement to look at the data, leverage the data-driven decision making. We can look at the forecasting. We can look at modeling of how the business would trend in next 5 years. So all those can be done using data analytics. And then we look at cloud computing, where we migrate a lot of systems into cloud and AWS, Azure. They all come with a lot of applications within the cloud infrastructure itself. We can leverage those and ensure that we are moving into the digital era. And then under cybersecurity, where there is digital transformation, there are digital threats also. So we need to be strong in terms of building the security frameworks and how we can build the cybersecurity program within the organization. So all those we need to look at. And then we need to look at institutes and organizations where we can start building the training programs, we can start building the certifications for those and mentorship for the teams. Now, moving on, we are looking at the collaboration between the corporates and academia. So we need to see how the academics and corporates can collaborate in digital transformation. So there can be joint research initiatives that can be built to implement AI, IoT solutions. We can also look at training programs where we get company-related case studies and then incorporate that within the organization and then build the curriculum or internship program for the students. We can also build the innovation hub and incubating centers. This will help us to establish the startup incubation in the academic itself. And then we also look at the corporate sponsorships, how we can bring in corporates to sponsor the projects, digital transformation projects, and the academic research. So these gaps we can look at how we can prepare for the digital transformation. Moving on, we are looking at how do we invest in continuous learning and innovation. So there should be, it's a ever evolving industry, right? So we should always look at what is the learnings that we have, what are the small certifications or boot camps or digital courses that can be worked on. This is something we can encourage our employees or students. We can look at the R&D investments, research and development in terms of digital transformation. So that can be looked into. And then we can also look at the experimentation and agility. So how do we experiment? How do we implement? How do we scale? So we can look into that. And then we can also look at the culture of innovation. So we should build the innovation culture within the academics itself. And then we need to build that mindset for building innovation and friendly environments that implements the digital transformation. So this is something that we can do for preparing for the digital transformation that we have. And how do we prepare for the future, right? So we need to upskill and reskill. As I said, it's ever evolving. So there are a lot of new things that are in the market. So we need to keep our professionals or students updated on the latest technologies and what are the new innovations that are in the domain. And then we should also look at cross-sector collaboration, like we should have universities, business, and governments collaborate together and work on the innovation-driven economy. Then we look at the investment in emerging technologies. What could be the investments we can bring in from corporates or from institutes, and then start building these products. So that is something that we can look into. And then we can also look at the culture of innovation that we can build within the research and institutional level. So these are a few things that I wanted to bring in for today. And we together need to work on the digital transformation and support the organizations and institutes and entrepreneurship startups to take this in a positive approach and also implement proper tools and technologies. So thank you so much for listening to this topic today. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ois, for a very insightful address. Thank you so much. So we have come to the end of our international conference. So I take this opportunity to request a few of the participants to share your thoughts and comments about this 3-day international conference.
In a short way, not in an extensive way, because you're having a time.
Yeah. So participants who are willing to share, kindly unmute yourself. Any comments or thoughts from the participants, you can unmute yourself and you can share with us. So no comments from the participants.
Questions you can leave a email, pose a word of thanks, and then we can conclude it.
So thank you. On behalf of the Presidium of NFED, I express my sincere thanks to Conference Chair and Chief Patron, Honorable Chairman Karmavir Maharatna, Professor Dr. Ganesan, for successfully organizing and hosting this international conference. I wholeheartedly thank the conference co-conveners, Professor Dr. K. Vijaya, Professor Dr. Sunita, and Professor Dr. Rajeshwari for their efforts and contribution to this 3-day international conference. I express my hearty thanks to all the honorable international keynote speakers, Professor Patrick Oviasui, Professor Nazrul Islam, Assistant Professor Dr. Maithili, Dr. Baby Sam Samuel, Dr. Anusia, and Ms. Devika Rani Vimal for their august presence and enthralling keynote deliverance. I heartily thank all the honorable national keynote speakers, Dr. Kavana, Professor Preeti Sajja, Professor Bona Venkatraman, Professor Subrata Chattopadhyay, Associate Professor Dr. Gurmeet Singh, Associate Professor Dr. Anita Kumari, Assistant Professor Dr. Deepa Lakshmi, Assistant Professor Dr. Shiba Khalid, Dr. Yogesh, Mr. Arasu, Mr. G. Raja, and Ms. Batmaja Narasimhan for their benign presence and enlivening keynote address. I extend my sincere thanks to the distinguished valedictory speakers, Professor Fatima, Associate Professor Dr. Luzan Hamilton, Associate Professor Dr. Arul Murugan, Assistant Professor Dr. Rufus, Assistant Professor Dr. Darishisha, and Mr. Ovais Khan for their esteemed presence and splendid valedictory address. I express my profound gratitude to all the session chairs from different states of India for their invaluable time and scholarly services. I heartily thank all the organizing secretaries, organizing committee members, and facilitators of NFED for their continuous support in successfully conducting this 3-day international conference. And a sincere thanks to all the authors and researchers from various academia and organizations for submitting their research contributions to this international conference on research, innovations, and challenges. We thank the media and friends for their constant encouragement and support for publicizing the ICRIC 2025 across the networks and groups. Thank you, everyone. Now, let us all rise for the national anthem. Thank you, everyone. We'll conclude this conference. Thank you, Dr. Renu Chaudhary. Thank you, Ranjit Kumar. Thank you, everyone.